And we are recording.
Alright. So, for the recap this week, we'll pick on the one person I haven't picked on yet. Krista!
Me! I thought you were going to pick on me anyways because I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's becoming my new habit.
Did make sure you watch the episode.
I did.
Yep.
I was laughing at some of the shit that happened last time. Alright, so recap. We got to Serenia?
Yes.
One of the small-ass towns in Serenia. Because there's like 90 million of them. Not really, but like, feels like it. We went and met some family of Edwards. Charles. And we were actually smart enough and able to get a food situation situated. And we got it sent a side quest to find a cook.
We managed to secure a trade deal without having any of the relevant information beyond
Yes.
K2.
Somehow.
Through the power of bullshit bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Thank God we had K2.
Oh man, I love bureaucracy. Not a bee-themed government.
Pork chop sandwiches.
I like how Mike unmuted, said nothing, remuted.
I was gonna say something,
the
and
reference.
then I got pork chop sandwiches thrown in my face. So like, I'm just gonna mute.
All I gotta say is G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle, the other half is extreme violence.
G.I. Joe!
We're good at one part of that. Not so much the other.
One day, Krista. One day.
Anyway,
I don't know what's going on anymore. That's what happened. Ta-da.
Oh, and a diving contest.
Cannonball contest.
Yeah,
But,
cannonball
yes.
contest.
Which I almost won.
So close.
Nah, it's definitely me.
I said almost.
You weren't even close.
Total
Not
stop.
all of us have bullshit gravity magic.
I don't know what you're talking about. The water just exploded. I'm just that good of a cannonballer.
K2 wins 10 out of 10 times low diff.
I mean, the results still need to be disputed.
K2 wins 6 out of 10 times because that's how many spell slots I have.
6 out of 10 times mid diff.
Where did we end exactly? I don't remember.
It
Good
was
question.
right after.
Right after we finished negotiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think we got everything in that.
Everything relevant.
The important shit.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so we will pick back up after you guys have negotiated trade.
Yeah, trade negotiations.
Alright.
So, where are we going now?
We're going to see Reeland's family before we leave.
We should also probably send word so that they know about the deal we solidified. Seeing how we're not going back right away.
it would be for the best.
Yeah.
Is there a place we can leave a message to be sent?
Courier service or something?
Yeah.
We
Bird
can
post.
certainly send message. Who would you like it delivered to?
Probably Elric Ragehorn.
He's technically the leader, yeah.
Okay. Yes, we will send a message to him.
We also send one to Ran.
I think if we were to send
Might
an
not be an
additional
awesome
one,
idea.
we
Considering I figure since he's patron of the city, he might be footing at least some of the bill.
I
Yeah.
figured the only one we really need to send a message to is the guy that gave us the quest in the first place.
well, in that case, we should be sending word to the guild. We don't know who specifically contracted this quest. We just know that we were given it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Then word to Eberdib.
Maybe we should
handle
send-
everything.
Maybe we should send word to all three, in case if anything happens to one of them, the other two, or maybe even the other one, would
Put a note at the bottom. If you receive this letter, please contact. And they each get the other two people's name listed to make sure everyone talks to everyone.
Basically, yeah.
Like, CC this email to below.
Email, which stands for expedited mail.
Jesus.
I mean, I think we should probably just send it to Ran and to the guild. I don't think Elric even knows who we are.
Well, as like the mayor of the city, wouldn't he have been the one to put the request to the guild in the first place?
Not necessarily. Could have been Ran.
To me, the simplest solution would just be to send word to all three. If
Yeah.
one of them isn't necessarily involved, then they will just disregard.
I agree with Rylan, who agrees with me.
Honestly, I agree with Reelan. Don't overcomplicate it. Just send it to all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Okay. We will send one to each of them.
Best to cover our bases just in case.
And then we head to their house
Parky.
again? I
Or wait, didn't we have one other destination to go before we went to Swarky?
I don't think so.
Yeah, right
I
now,
thought there were.
like our quests are, or like our points of interest are your people's house, the Gillimore where the magic people are, and then find a chef.
Yes.
Those are
We
like
find the
three.
chef in Swarky.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Thank you, Chef.
I don't think we have anything in Willowdale.
All right. Well, then we shall make for Swarky.
Okay.
Cool.
It takes you about an hour to navigate to Swarky through the dense as fuck trees. Since there isn't really a path, it's there, but it's not really there. They don't keep it well. But eventually, thanks to Reelan being from there, you do arrive in the village of Swarky.
I apologize for the difficult travels, my friends, but this is not a place that is meant to be found easily.
Clearly.
But nonetheless, I welcome you all to my home. It's a smaller village, kind of homes scattered about, some up on cliff sides and whatnot. A lot of them like, near or in trees. Just it's a small settlement, very much so built into the environment and not from it. Anyway, since we're here, I think the first thing I would want to do is I would want to find the village elder and just speak with him.
Okay. Should be not a problem for you.
Okay.
I don't remember if you gave me his name.
Did I? If not, I'll send it to you now.
Good God. All right. What a name. Yeah, I don't have it. All right, so
How bad is this name? Is it really long?
You'll find out in a minute.
no.
How bad is this name? Jeff Smith.
No,
I'm just waiting for the jokes that come from it.
The name is Josh. Joshua named the character Josh, knowing Josh was playing the character.
No, that is not what it is.
I'm just waiting for the memes. All right, you go find Freelick.
Freelick?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Friedrich,
Oh, God.
hold on.
Guys, it's time to go free Willy.
Ah, the ladies must love him.
Or really
Wait.
hate him.
Oh, true. There is no in between here.
True.
This impinges entirely on the concept of free.
Hate to see what he offers for $1.
I got you $1.
Freelick.
A lovely potted plant.
All right. So yeah, you go find Freelick.
Alright. Alright, I find him, I'll address him. Elder
Okay.
Rodan.
He's just wandering through the village.
It's good to see you again, sir.
He gives you a nod.
I have returned to give you an update on the situation at hand. I have, well, as you can see, I have done as I promised to do. I have gathered the allies, and it is hopefully will not be too long before we make for Everhold. I have not spoken with them on this yet, but I do not know that we are quite at the level to aid grandfather. So I think for the time, there's no need to burden them with the extra information.
He gives you another nod.
Two questions.
I stopped.
Is this in earshot and is this in common?
No, this is in a language spoken only among the people of this village.
Okay. So even if it is an earshot, we don't know what the fuck's going on. Got it.
Yeah, you have no clue.
But you somehow speak that language, which none of you do.
Yeah, I feel like Edward would be like trying to listen in, and then as soon as he realizes he has no idea what's being said, just okay, this is probably not for me to understand anyways.
They're very local dialects, not one that is
fair.
learned easy.
Fair.
Alright, anyway. So, I trust that no one has pillaged my home yet. As long as that to be the case, I will return there. I have some things to retrieve that grandfather left for me. But before I do so, I have a question for you, sir. I am looking for the chefs of the city. I'll seek one with great skill to send elsewhere for important work.
He sits and he ponders for a little while, trying to think of anybody eligible or that would make a decent chef somewhere else. And then after a couple minutes of pondering, he looks at you and shrugs.
Wow.
We just fucking stand here in silence for several minutes for him to shrug at us.
I mean, yeah, but that's just because this means there's going to be a little bit more looking to do, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Alright. Well, it is understandable. There are many people here, much more so than there were years ago. I guess it's hard to keep track of who all does what. Well, thank you for your time, sir. I'm sure we will meet again soon.
He nods, gives a slight bow, and walks away.
Alright. I will return to my friends and let them know that we'll be making for my home so that I may retrieve my grandfather's effects.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm not exactly inclined to wander off. I never was really one for navigating even loose
like
associations of forests. Not.
Seems like a small village anyway. Is there anything to do in this town of yours?
Well, there is the inn. There is a bar. So if you are thirsty, you can have a drink. Otherwise, there is the general store. There is a weapons vendor here. I don't know that they will be carrying anything extravagant, but it's worth a look.
Cool. Joshua, your character is literally from a one-bar town.
So what do you guys like to do? Hunting. Okay, but what about when you're not hunting? Drinking.
Drinking. What about
Talk about hunting.
Yeah, talk about hunting.
You hunt and drink at the same time? Sometimes.
Sometimes we hunt and talk about drinking.
Sometimes we hunt drinking. What?
It's a very simple society made up of hunters, gatherers, people who I don't know. There's a lot of people who are craftsmen here in the village, makers of all things, be it food, drink, clothing, weaponry, otherwise. Very self-sufficient, very self-contained.
There is also a log house
Grenade launchers, RPGs,
that
whatever you need.
is in charge of the upkeep of the forest. So they cut down dead trees and replant new ones, as well as maintaining the branches, so that Sparky just doesn't become overrun with impassable tree.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
Reelan comes from a long line of forest rangers.
Yeah, I mean, technically, that's what we do. We protect the forest. That's
He
our whole
literally
thing.
took
Fuck you,
the
Mike.
ranger class literally.
As literally as possible.
Ranger.
I am the Ranger TM.
Now, does Reelan have a mortal enemy and an awakened bear and his awakened cub companion? Especially if that bear has an ardent love for picnic baskets.
Oh god, you
You know what? You know what? You're not wrong. But he doesn't like to talk about it.
You know,
That's Reelan's white whale there. The talking bear that continues to defy him.
I even thought about making a joke about the famed basket weaver of Sparky.
Basket weaver what?
Of Swarky, whatever the fuck the name of this town is.
Yep, Swarky.
I did not hear the of. That's why I asked what you said.
Oh my god.
Hey, boo boo.
Anyways.
Yes. So,
now that we've thoroughly mocked Josh's character concept.
thank you. Appreciate it. Makes me feel real good about myself. Yeah. So, while my friends are rolling on the forest floor, laughing at my existence,
Oh god, did we just do all that in character? I would be totally okay with that.
I will walk off in a huff.
So is it instead of ROFL, it's ROFFL, rolling on forest floor, laughing?
Yes. Yes.
Good. All right.
What I think makes this even better is they're all dying on the forest floor, and me and Agnes are just kind of standing there like, Jesus.
What? And me, I'm not laughing.
Alright. So I'm only gone for about 10-15 minutes. When I come back, I don't, it's nothing too special. I'm just wearing a different set of studded leather armor. It's a little heavier looking. It's got furs on it. It's mixtures of black and dark green, kind of a forest palette. And I've got a cape and cowl as well. And I'm carrying a cherry wood bow with a lot of ornamental carvings in the wood.
Fancy. Wow.
I'm no bow maker, but wouldn't that compromise the structural integrity of the bow?
It's very, very fine and also not very deep, but it's just been painted in white on the inside to kind of make it pop more.
Oh, okay.
It's like putting engravings on a pistol.
Yes, exactly.
It's purely for stunting on your prey.
Just flex it.
Got a style all over them elk.
Just straight flexing.
I mean, the will to bow, yeah.
Alright, well. With my reskin complete,
Yeah.
I will-
Man,
Went to the
man, I
Do
hope
you
you didn't
also-
pay for this DLC.
Do you also have like a different hairdo and like maybe like a small scar under the eye?
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I got Killmonger hair now.
He also has the slightly palette swapped armor.
Yeah.
Yup.
And a wisp.
No.
So yeah,
Shut up.
I don't know.
I got buzzed sides on my head. Got dreadlocks waving off to the side. Looks beautiful. All right, let's go.
He's got buzz sides despite the fact that electricity doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Whelan, you didn't say your
It's magic.
town was known for famous hairdressers as well.
Oh yes, yes. The talent here is quite amazing. When you have as much time on your hands as you do in the slow seasons, when it's too cold to hunt, you find ways to entertain yourself. Having skills is never a bad thing, my friend.
Clearly.
His hair is somehow longer than it was
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
He's got-
yeah.
He has
He goes-
extensions.
Yeah, he goes to the barbershop, it's longer.
Anyway,
Man, don't you hate it when you go to the barbershop and you don't have the money to pay, so they put the hair back on?
yeah, it's a bitch. But anyway, I will make for the inn in hopes to communicate with my with my peers and find a chef among them.
Now that we're done shit posting for the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone stop posting cringe. Let's get a move on.
You go to the inn.
There's a cat.
We have Umbrasil's approval.
I would not be surprised if there's just like a wild cat population in this fucking forest.
Of course, you're not allowed to kill cats in the forest.
Hey, look, guys, there's one wielding a sword with one eye.
How do you manage the population then? They're just gonna go
They
wild.
manage
like
themselves,
crazy.
man.
Why does that one
They
have
manage
a hat?
themselves. They have natural predators.
And unnatural predators.
That as well.
Ghosts.
You know, like humanoids.
Wait, are we
try to-
natural or
we do
unnatural?
what we can about that, but there's only so much we can do.
Maybe both.
Spoopy.
Regardless.
Anyways.
So after getting to the inn, I guess I will head for the for the bar section. Just kind of look for anyone who might be looking like they're looking for something to do.
Wait, what? You're looking for somebody that's looking for something to do?
That
Man,
was
you
poor
bored?
choice
You want
of
a
wording.
job?
That was a poor choice of wording. I will go in and I suppose make conversation with the barkeep. Ask him if he knows anything that would be helpful.
Anything about what?
Ask him if he knows of anyone in town that has a talent for cooking that would be willing to relocate.
No. I know a lot of people that
Okay.
can cook. I don't know of anybody that wants to relocate.
Well,
Because why would you
If
ever
you
want to
can-
leave Swarky?
Exactly.
well, if you could give me a handful of names, I will make conversation with these people, and if nothing else, I've done my job. All I'm supposed to do is ask.
I mean, they don't necessarily have to be able to relocate. They could just make the commute.
Oh god.
Also true. It's not a very long commute. We are nomadic people.
The hour-long walk every day,
It gets the blood flowing.
one way.
The blood flowing.
It could be like, you spend a couple of days there, you spend a couple of days at home, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like trucking.
Just
Yeah.
get up early in the day, walk there, take a shower in the waterfall, and then you're ready for work.
God,
Lots of
Josh.
It's like it's a workout in the morning. It's perfect.
Yeah. And at night. After you've worked 8 hours.
You can get cut before you cut stuff.
Oh, right.
Like a permanent gig, or was it supposed to be just a temporary thing?
It's a permanent gig.
Okay.
Yeah, they're looking to employ said person for an undetermined amount of time.
Good. Now I'm just
Until that
picturing a
person
fitness
doesn't
chef
work
program.
Alright.
Thank you, Chef.
So yeah, I asked him for the names of those people and where I might be able to find them, so that I could at least see if I could convince them.
All right. How much is that information worth to you?
I'll give you a gold piece.
Per name? Sounds like a deal to me.
Fine.
Atrimir just gives him this look of like, oh, you sweet summer child.
He gives you a
You
list
guys know you
of
can't
everyone in the village.
understand any of this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're all speaking your
Doesn't mean that we
native
can't
tongue.
just make fun of it still.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Atrimir is definite, at least has the ability to recognize, even in a language he doesn't understand, when someone's getting fleeced.
Yeah, he's getting fleeced hard.
Because, body language.
This is also the small town where he grew up in, which means he probably has known this guy for a while. And he's still
yeah,
gonna
He's always been a dick.
Oh yeah.
Definitely-
He doesn't care for me much. Probably because I don't drink.
Doesn't care
Oh.
for anybody.
Especially if you don't drink. How else is he supposed to get money out of you?
Mhm.
Is this
It's
wait,
the
are
only
we at
chance
the
he's ever had to
tavern or
squeeze
at
me
the
for
inn?
anything.
We're at
The
the
tavern
tavern?
is part of the inn.
Oh. My god.
Yeah, and so when you get too
Uh.
drunk after you do too much hunting, you just crash there for the night.
I bet they love that.
That's when there aren't any rooms, you just sleep on the floor.
It's all a communal room.
Mmm. Gross. So it's not even like an inn, it's like a hostel.
I mean, most people that live here have their own home, and we don't exactly get a lot of visitors.
Fair. That's fair.
The only people who know how to get here are people who have already been here before, people
Or
who
have
came
died.
from here, or people who found this place on accident, which happens very rarely.
Fair.
All right. So, the 5 names that he gives you are Ariawin, Celia, Kishara, Lyra, and Ashrin.
Christ.
Okay. Can you send those somewhere?
I will put them in the group notes. I mean, yeah, they were directly out of there.
It do be true though.
It do. Need 5 names and I need them quick. All right, here we go.
Works for me. Well, I will thank him for his extortion. And I suppose I'll start with the first name on the list. I will go to seek out Erwin.
Is it possible that we can like split up to find these people? Try to expedite this process a little bit.
Most likely. I would like to take K2 with me, as he is an excellent negotiator.
So basically, everybody take a name and buddy up.
Yup.
Well, there's not enough people here for that.
Yeah,
There's also
7
an
of
odd,
you and there's 5
odd number,
names.
yeah.
Yeah,
we've got
we'll
5.
Okay, we'll send groups of 2 to the first 3. One person who's feeling especially confident can go by themselves if they want, or they can join one of the other 2 groups. Or what?
And then we can
3
just
groups.
send the wolf by itself to go get the 5th.
Yeah.
Just
He's
start
very
knocking
convincing.
on doors like some. Just start knocking on doors like missionaries.
Yeah,
Well,
that'll go over well.
Being this is a small town, I'm assuming Reelin would know these people and would be able to figure out where their usual haunts are, and maybe a couple of them might be grouped up together?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Because 3 of them are sisters.
Well, there we go.
That and like again, this is a very communal place, so during the day, most people are grouped up doing something.
Yeah.
So
the,
it really is the South.
the first 3, so Ariawin, Celia, and Kishara are all sisters. Lyra and Ashrin are not. They're not related to each other, so they're individuals.
Well then, I think our most effective method then would be to go speak with the 3 sisters. If we can convince one of them, then excellent. If not, we'll go speak to the other 2 as individuals.
How about 3 of us go talk to the sisters, and then a couple pairs go after the other 2?
Yeah,
What
you could do
happens if
3, 2, or
multiple-
2.
But what if multiple people say yes?
Then you've
Well,
recruited
great,
an
then they
extra
have
handful of... yeah, then they could start vetting and interviewing.
Yeah. They said only send talented people, so if we send more than one talented person, I think they'd only be happier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, we'll be joining me and K2 to go and speak with the 3 sisters.
I mean, I suppose it is my family. It'd probably just make the most sense to go with you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Brava just kind of like slowly reaches over and just like holds on to Agnes. It's like, I'm with you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you and I could definitely find someone on our own.
Listen, I'd
Yeah.
rather be lost with someone who's just as lost as me than with someone who thinks I'm an idiot.
Well then, so I'll give, because they give me like flyers or whatever, like to give to these people. So I'll give one to Agnes, and then I guess I'll give one to either Atramir or Darkalion for them to take with them.
Alright. Wait, I just realized I gotta go with Darkalion.
Well, that sounded
This is
great.
Yeah, is that a problem?
This is totally not gonna be an intimidating meetup. The Fridge and the Monk go to interview a candidate.
Yeah, the man built like a fucking space marine. And the man with no face.
Just imagine how more impressive it will be when she doesn't give a shit.
Fair.
We're not a
We
people
don't,
that is
we don't know what
intimidated
these people
easily.
have seen.
Oh, we've seen a lot. All we do is kill shit, man.
Okay.
But you know, for the good of the
So-
forest.
So the three of you, the group of three, I should say, is heading toward the Three Sisters.
Yes.
So between the group of the men and the group of the women, who is going to talk to who?
Who's left?
It'd be Lyra,
Lyra
and
and
Ashrin.
Ashrin.
Not to be confused with Ashlyn. It's Ashrin.
Jesus fucking Christ, Lyra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
Compass, is that you?
I'll take
No.
Ashrin
Mine's made out of
with,
brass.
with Joe.
Alright, so Atramir and Darkalion are going to talk to Ashrin, which leaves Rava and Agnes going to talk to Lyra.
Woo!
Well, that's what I said, anyways.
Yeah.
Good.
Glad we're all on the same page.
It sounded more like you were questioning the name than.
No,
Then, yeah.
I'm questioning my existence right now, but
Oh,
Aren't-
fucking
aren't
same,
we all?
Krista. Fucking same.
Alright. I'm gonna roll to see which group we go to first. Alright, we're
Not me.
starting with the group going to talk to Ashrin.
Yay.
Oh,
Not me.
great.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So where are you guys going?
I guess first we'll start with the man who gave Reelan the names and be like, okay, where is this person located? Or where do they normally hang out? Because you seem to have,
So you can ask Reelan.
yeah, basically.
So Reelan would tell you that Ashrin lives a little ways outside of the main village, further into the forest, and she typically likes to be on her own.
Oh fuck yeah, the loner.
Mm-hmm.
The one person best suited to not give a shit about the fridge. About the man who looks like Sponge Moraine.
Yeah,
So we'll make
so
our
it-
way up.
yeah, she lives to the south, basically just straight south of the village. Seeing as this is a forest that is very dense, that neither of you have
Mhm.
navigated on your own, and you
Mhm.
are heading into the thick of it.
Oh, fuck.
Into the thick of it.
Fuck off.
Oof.
Make a survival check.
God damn it, Mike, don't make me use the words.
Both
Last
of us
roll
or just one?
individually?
Yeah, either.
That's a good question.
Either on your own or one person with advantage.
But don't they require proficiency in order to have advantage?
Oh yeah, you're right.
One of them
So I
has
guess separately
proficiency,
then.
they can help the other.
Nope.
All right, I guess you're rolling on your own.
Seven and 11.
All right.
And they were never seen or heard from again.
Oof.
It
See,
takes
I'm used to
you.
navigating tundra.
It takes you several hours to walk about 150 feet.
Oh, God.
As you begin making your way down, and you can see the house as you like get a little ways in. You're like, oh yeah, it's over there. How do we get there? Oh, we gotta go this way because this is kind of, you can't cut through the trees here. Gotta go around, and then you like feel like you just go bypass it, and then come back, and then go around a couple circles before finally you make your way into it, into the clearing where the house is.
Now, is this trickery of the forest, or is this Fey bullshit?
Yes.
You know what the fucked up thing is, Ryan? After a while, I think Ashray would just give up and just start teleporting with the echo in that direction.
Cool.
Alright. So yeah, you arrive at this homestead. You see a small cottage that has like a small spring, like a natural spring next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And what look to be like makeshift spider webs all over the place.
Interesting design aesthetic. I can dig it.
Forest witch. Forest witch.
Or she farms spider.
That's just terrifying, and I don't want to think about it.
Don't pigeonhole her. She could do both.
True.
And
Right.
these webs definitely look fake.
Yeah.
It looks like rope that has been basically covered in something white, and just hung up and tied together.
Cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
A white
lady's getting
powdery substance.
You're not helping my... You're only strengthening my case, Josh. This woman's getting ripped on the daily.
I'm just gonna proceed to knock on the door.
Alright. You knock on the door, and you hear a voice that says, "Hello?"
Hello, is this Ashram?
Who are you?
Outsider sent by Reelan. One of
Who's
the
that? Where's the UPS man?
local here. He sent us out to interview for some job that the Southmen are recruiting for in a nearby village.
Who? The door opens. And she's like, "I can't hear you very well through the door. Come in."
Coming in.
Alright. You enter in, and she closes the door. I'm guessing you both go inside. It's like, what is it you're saying?
Alright. I'm just gonna live with you. One of your local rangers is taking up this job to recruit a chef for one of the neighboring villages. Basically, one of my friends' families is recruiting a chef, and your name was dropped in the hat as far as people who might be qualified for the position.
Why would my name get dropped into a hat?
Probably because your friend was fleeced. Well, my friend was fleeced.
But I don't talk to anybody.
Exactly.
That's why I'm confused. Who sent you?
Again, repeat, Reelan. Your name was then given to us by proxy of some inn owner he knows. Well, I think fuck with him.
I see.
truth be told, it's a very favorable position. It just requires relocating or making a hour-long trek across Serenia.
I don't much like the idea of leaving my house. Ever.
I don't blame you. It's a very nice place.
Thank you.
Honestly, the fact that you even let us in and let you talk to it means that we have satisfied our job.
Now, the innkeeper. Which innkeeper was it?
Did we catch his name, Joe?
I don't remember.
Who's
I don't
Joe?
think so. I don't think so, considering Reeland decided to speak in your local dialect. I guess he doesn't trust us.
You're making such a complicated.
It's also just a regionality thing, Moon. Just like it's just slipping back into local accent whenever you go back home.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm not here to help him or really make a good case. I'm just doing this because we needed to.
Alright, well, you've fulfilled your side of your duties. You can leave.
Yep. Alright. Enjoy your abode.
Thank you.
Making his way out, making sure not to hit the doorway on the way out.
Oh, she's about as tall as you are.
She a big lady.
Yep. That's why she's not intimidated. She lives on her own in the middle of a forest.
Yeah.
Alright.
Atramir's not about to fucking irritate the angry person who lives in the woods.
She's not even angry. She's just
wasn't angry.
confused.
Yeah, she's just very confused on how you got her name. And you didn't press her on it, so...
How'd you get in my house? All right.
You let us in.
Yeah, she's a very young woman.
Yeah. Leave
Would
the
you-
loner alone.
Yeah, which you'll come to find out, so I don't have to do this every time, they're all young women. Young elves, I should say, because they're all elves. So,
That does not fucking surprise me anymore.
Gee,
an elvish
It doesn't-
civilization.
it doesn't surprise you that there are elves in the elf nation. Where they do elf things. Elf-like.
Yes, the floor. It's made of floor.
Exactly. That's what you're telling me right now, Nestor.
But wait, Reeland's a human.
Yep.
So it can't all be elves.
Yeah.
They're not all elves.
Mostly.
They're mostly elves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Edward's half.
Honestly, Reeland always apparently creates more questions than answers.
Just like an elf.
Okay, so you did not recruit Ashrin. So we will roll 1d2 to see which group goes next. Number 1, the Three Sisters.
Sure.
Alright. So, these sisters are all at their home, which isn't far from the tavern, because nothing's really far from the tavern.
Yep. Centrally located tavern.
Yeah, they live up in one of the huts on the hill.
Ooh, fancy.
So you, three of you head up there.
As we're walking, I ask Reelan, okay, Reelan, I need to know this. Did you grow up with any of these sisters?
You're muted, Joshua.
Hello, Reelan? Reelan? Reelan, are you okay? Just unconscious on the side of the road.
He's just walking, but his eyes are glazed over.
Still muted.
Oh. How did I get muted? I didn't even. My phone was sitting.
I
like,
told
on-
you you were muted.
Yeah, you were muted the whole time.
I forgot. I don't know how. I didn't mute myself. Anyway, regardless. So now that my voice carries. Yes. Celia is about my age. She and I, we were never extremely close, but she is a very talented huntress. Nice person. Good family. Good stock.
I would like to point out that Celia, although young, is about 100 years older than you are.
They're the same age mentally.
Yeah,
Mentally.
Yeah,
As far
they're
as
all- they're
growth
all
rates go from humans to elves, comparatively. Regardless, the rest of my statement stands.
Okay. So these are all elven women.
Yes. All good people, from what I remember, all kind. Shouldn't be a difficult conversation.
Now, I know this isn't the objective at hand, but I'd be remiss not to point out that there are 3 elven women up on this hill, and the 3 of us are all eligible bachelors.
At this point, Edward's just looking at K2 like, what?
Are you asking me to be your wingman?
I'm saying we could
Yes,
make
sir.
this
Your
work.
mic is so much. Yeah.
I suppose that's not an incorrect statement. Well, my question is, what what are you suggesting?
I fail to see relevance.
Well, I'm just saying, eligible bachelors, available elven women. We need a cook for Edward's family store. If Edward could seal the deal with one of these sisters, she has an even greater reason to move to the store.
I'm starting to see the sense in this
I'm not saying force anything. I'm just saying if something happens.
I see the logic, but
I am good with this plan, but we will need to dress him up a bit.
Is this a makeover?
Oh my god.
I think
You do
you're
not look the man
overlooking,
of the forest.
I see it's
think,
time.
I think that my mannerisms would betray that far more than any makeover would. Conceal it.
He is not incorrect.
Yeah, you are kind of awkward.
Edward, how many women have you wooed in your time?
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
0 plus 0. 0.
It's like awkward silence. The hand comes out of the bag and rests on his shoulder. What do you think?
That's a new thing.
Well, new to us. Not necessarily new to you. Is it new to you?
Relatively.
I'm just trying to establish a baseline of what we consider normal here.
No.
Okay, too, I am starting to see some cracks in this plan.
Don't know if you've exactly noticed, but in comparison to Charles, not exactly that charismatic.
Well,
Maybe you just have a confidence issue.
I would also like to point out that not every woman finds charisma attractive.
You are quite intelligent. That is a selling point.
I like how you're making me more awkward than Edward.
Sinner.
Maybe just keep the hint in the big. I think that would be.
I'm glad I didn't go with them.
I feel like the hand is a third date kind of thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't show things.
It's a first date kind of thing if you go fast enough.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's so gross.
Yeah,
Josh.
Really?
Edward is just confused. It's just...
Depends on what kind of people they are. You never know.
Okay, moving on.
Look, like I said, like we don't have to force anything, but maybe let's see how the sisters like are as people, and if one of them has a thing for the awkward eccentric type, you can just let things happen.
I'm glad we didn't go with the awkward necromancer type.
That's what I meant by eccentric.
Adds flavor. You're exotic.
Exotic? Is that the word we're going with?
In white, gangly necromancer. Ooh.
Right.
What's the necromancer part? Oh, maybe we just need to get you out in the sun more.
Wait, I'm sure a
assumed that
tan is what's gonna make this better.
Well, like a
Yeah.
tan, maybe like a just like comb his hair a little different.
This is Johnny Bravo. You don't have the bill for that. Sadly, he missed out on the romancer part of the course.
How
I want to. I want a sitcom about these three people.
It's just really K2 trying to convince Edward to do shit. And then Edward just... No!
It's just titled Edward Exotic.
Oh my
I
god.
love it.
Josh,
my
you know what that sounds like, right?
I know exactly what it sounds like.
Okay, as long as you're aware. Oh my god.
I'm dying.
Oh, you're both stupid.
Coming to TBS this fall. My necromancer roommate.
I need this plot line with every one of Ryan's characters now, forever. Every new character.
It would have been funnier with Kofkum. We hooked you up with a nice lady. She doesn't have scales. I don't care.
Yeah, it never worked because we never really met any lizard women.
And even if you would have been swiftly encountered by... No. This one has better thing. This one has robots.
Ugh.
This one also is robot.
Takes the term "does machine" to a whole nother level, eh, Donatello?
Is that Nestor?
I don't think I've ever heard that laugh from Esther before.
Also, yes, Joe.
By the way, Ryan, you're welcome for that.
Yeah. Like I said, yes. God. Never did I think I would have to be playing the straight man.
Maybe they have a son.
Figuratively or literally.
Jesus, fuck you, Mike.
I am not going to survive this conversation.
Good.
Are we ever going to get to that conversation, though?
No!
We're working on it. We're building up to it.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Every time I try to go back into series, it just breaks. I blame, as always, Mike!
I'm just glad I can fuck with Ryan some more.
After you already made a portal to the dimensional water and my big fucking monster, now this shit!
You're welcome, bud.
Fuck you, Mike. I appreciate it, but fuck you.
So,
anyways.
Do we maybe want to have backup plan?
I think approaching it just from a logical perspective would probably work just as well.
Well, I mean, if you want to be boring about it, fine.
I like boring.
Well
Which is
then.
ironic considering my choice of profession, but...
Yes, I would say quite.
Okay. Better at medicine than I am with people.
Alright. We can just go in there as 3 entrepreneurs just with a job opportunity for a lucky young lady. And maybe if there's something a little extra there, but we don't have to go that way if it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, we'll test the waters.
Totally doesn't sound shady at all.
Yeah! K2 fucking car salesman right here.
What? We're just 3 wild and crazy guys.
Oh my god, take that. That was awful. That just made it so awful.
Oh god. What's so terrible about that is that Reeland's accent is very similar to their bad accent.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you, I'm guessing, approach the house.
Please.
Okay. One of the women is outside. Looks to be cutting up firewood. As you approach the house, she just kind of stops and turns to all of you and just like, what is it you need?
Yes, hello. Which one is it, Josh?
This is Kishara.
Hello, Kishara. It's been quite some time. How are you?
Same as always. How are you, Reelan?
Not much different. I have come with aid from my comrades here. We are seeking to, well, we are seeking someone with skills related to cooking. And I hear that you and your sisters have quite some talent in this regard.
So you mean to tell me that it's not a coincidence that 3 men come looking for 3 women that can cook for them?
Yes, that is what I am telling you.
And we're already just, oh god.
Do you
I am
wanna-
not asking you to cook for us, Kisha. I am seeking, well, moreover, I am inquiring if you seek employment. The job is quite well paying, the people are good, and you will be taught many things, I am sure.
What's the job? What is it paying?
Well, the job is as a personal chef for a well-to-do family. I forget what was the name of the city that we came from.
Kellen Falls.
Well-to-do city in Kellen Falls. It's actually the family of my good friend here. And he, I'm sure, would be more than capable of telling you what his family is capable of paying. But I assure you, it is not some small sum.
She like slowly turns her gaze to Edward and just waits.
Now, this wasn't pitched to me. Did Charles even give, like, an estimate wage?
Nope.
I mean, it's your family. I assume you would know what they would pay their staff.
Their staff
It's
is mostly
just
family.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all families. They
Just
don't get
us.
paid.
Yeah.
This is now the
Deflection.
second time
Clearly,
that
real
that-
strong shit.
this is the second time we've been sent on a negotiating mission
Without
with
the
no
crucial-
information whatsoever.
the crucial information of, hey, money, people like that, right? How much you paying? I don't know.
Next time we have to remember to get the specifics.
We really do.
We'll remind Reelan to ask for specifics.
Would I have any estimation?
Make a knowledge check. Intelligence check. No.
I was like, knowledge of what? Gosh.
Knowledge.
Yeah. Intelligence check.
Okay.
Please make a do you know check.
That makes sense.
Yeah, can you
And we're
please
just
make
like,
a
oh
brain
god.
test?
That's your thing, man.
You put me on the spot! I
Yeah,
I don't do commerce. I'm a
Come on,
doctor.
man.
Yeah, you know,
You
like,
came with for a reason.
2 gold a day seems pretty good.
Oh, good God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's a good baseline. As far as Edward. Just. I suppose 4 gold a day could be starting, but it's negotiable, really. It's really depending on.
Is that for all 3 of us or just one of us?
Depending on how many of you would agree. It's not something that we would necessarily require all three of you for, but if all three of you would come, that would be more of a benefit.
Should also point out that you wouldn't only be cooking for Edward's family, you'd also be cooking for their business itself, and through doing that you could gain some business knowledge of your own in case you wanted to perhaps start your own restaurant down the way, if that's something you're interested in, or maybe just your own business in general.
Commerce is definitely our thing, and I know that you and your sisters are not people who take their work unseriously.
No, we are quite serious about our work.
This is where we find out that they have a very tight stranglehold on the logging community.
No,
Don't give him ideas.
they're all secret assassins.
What's secret about it?
Nobody knows.
Not even them! It's all a dream.
Let me go discuss with Hari and Seely really quick.
Oh, will you do me a favor and tell Celia I said hello?
Guys, they turn into assassins at night without knowing it. They're assassins.
My God, you and your goddamn were creatures! I swear to God.
We are going to make
Assassins.
every lycanthrope imaginable in this campaign.
God.
Even
Were
things that
chickens.
aren't
We're
animals.
assassins.
And the big bad is
That's
just gonna
just-
be like an amalgamation of all of them.
That's
That's
just
gonna
a
be where
sleep
they do.
creation.
No, the big bad is the were mimic, where the whole planet becomes a mimic.
Oh my God.
I'm
Really?
sorry, what?
When did this become a Final Fantasy game?
This was always a Final Fantasy game. You just didn't know about it yet.
Jesus Christ.
Freeland, do you have your own personal agenda here, apart from finding a cook?
Well,
Edward is watching this with rapt attention now.
it's been some time since I've seen Celia, and I was just hoping to say hello. Was all.
Oh yeah, she's way more attractive now than she ever was. I'll be right back.
I like this one. She's smart. She's really smart. She's really fast. She gets things.
Well, you should make a move then.
I love
Yeah,
that
well.
she's still standing here too.
No, she's walked up.
No, yeah, this is after she just walked away.
Yeah.
Also, her name starts with a K.
Oh my God.
Also,
Well,
together they can be K3O.
Oh no!
We've already talked about this.
I know.
Well, Ryan,
Yeah, but
if
now-
you ever need
but now
another
it's not
body,
his-
I know.
Now it's not his child.
You
It's just the couple name.
you guys joke about that, but like, K2 has a last name. You just never asked it.
To be fair, with a name like K2,
You assumed it was the other K, didn't you?
No, I just assumed you were like Cher or like
Prince.
CeeLo.
CeeLo, he has a last name.
CeeLo has a last name.
He's green,
He's not just CeeLo.
Oh my
like Prince.
CeeLo, not CeeLo. Seal.
Seal.
god! Oh, there you go.
There you
I
go.
was like CeeLo.
I was like, he has a last name objectively.
Oh man.
My
And,
name's CeeLo,
who
but the
else?
green is silent. Like,
Wow, Josh, did you get them confused because they're both black?
Oh.
Jesus fuck.
oh my
That is
God.
Josh. Josh, you are the last person I want to hear that from.
Fucking neon white.
Well, Ryan, if you need another body, Reeland's definitely digging his own grave.
Oh, that's a good one.
No.
A
No.
few moments later.
He would object to that.
Oh, I should also point out, Reeland, You would know that, of course, Kishara, because you just saw her, and Ariawin. Both of them are brunettes, and Celia is a blonde.
Ooh.
Mhm.
So, a few minutes go by.
Point Edward has already pulled out the book because of these assholes, and just like, nope.
Edward, that's only impressive when you're doing it at a bar.
I don't care.
A few minutes go by, and Kishar comes back out. We need more information.
We are happy to answer any questions that you have.
Is this a permanent job, or are we expected to live there? And if we are expected to live there, do they have enough housing for the lot of us?
The position is a permanent one.
As permanent as you want it to be, at the very least.
And then, I mean, I suppose we were at their property, like they were expanding, right? They would have,
They have
assumedly, yeah.
Space can be made.
All right, there would be more than enough room to house all of you comfortably.
Accommodations can be made.
Are the walls soundproof?
That could be arranged.
We would want that.
That's fair.
Oh
Okay, I'll be right back.
no.
It is only fair to expect that accommodations be made for such a large-scale move on your part.
Oh, she's already left. She went back inside.
All right, go. Like as soon as she opens the door, like you kind of just see Reelan just kind of like looking around, seeing if you can see the other two.
You catch. Make a perception check.
Okay.
I like to think that Fenny is trying to be as adorable as possible.
Yeah. Like he is super excited. He's as happy as I am to be here.
He's your wing dog.
Oh my god.
You try to glance inside, and it's dark in there. But they have natural dark vision. You glance lower, down near Fenny's height, a set of red, glowing eyes staring out. That's it.
Nice.
The eyes of a predator.
Well, I mean,
a
it's commonplace to
very
have companion animals.
I'm sure it's fine.
Anyone who goes hunting generally has an animal that they bring with them.
God damn it, Joe.
All right. A few moments later, the door opens again. This time, Kishara is not the one that exits. It is Ariawin.
Hello, Ariwin. It is good to see you again.
Shara mentioned something of cooks.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Sounds like it pays well.
It does.
You're recruiting all three of us, it sounds like.
That is correct.
Now, is this something where we all get there and it's a cook-off and they have to pick the winner? Because if it is, I'm not interested.
I don't believe so, and if comes to it, I'll negotiate with my family to make sure that it is not.
The way it was explained to us is that we were not told this would be some sort of competition. We were told to send we were told to send people of skill and repute to do a job. And if we send more than one person, we were not told that that would be an issue. The only thing we were told was to only send people of skill, which is why we sought out the three of you.
You're too kind. Seriously, you're too kind. A little bit more anger in the voice.
You know, you're not the first person to tell me that. Grandfather has often given me the same advice.
Because your grandfather's a lot smarter than you. Just kidding. I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ.
Love her.
I like her. I like her.
It's the Tsundere.
You just hear me mumbling about how he's an old drunk.
Is she? Does she also
That's
have pigtails,
hilarious. Oh
Josh?
my god.
She does, actually. Yep. The sisters are pretty well known for their hairstyles. Apart from none of them being redhead. Because Kishara's hair is curly. Aryawin's is in pigtails. And Celia's is just straight. It's boring.
Hey.
Hey, but I like boring.
I know. To be fair, I like short hair too. But
I like Josh's reaction more. Hey!
Hey, I know. Oh my god.
it's actually like when I picture Aryawin's hair, I picture like Tyra or Tira from Soul Calibur.
Oh, yeah?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. God, I haven't played Soul Calibur in forever.
It's been awesome since we played. Anyway, yeah. So the two brunette
fair.
sisters, curly hair and pigtails. To be fair, her hair is straight. It's just in pigtails. A few more minutes go by. And there's a voice behind you guys. It just says, Reelan, have you been looking for me?
Dad, turn around and be like, yes I have. Yes I have.
Yeah, you don't see anybody.
Nope. Nope.
You hear the voice behind you again. You're not looking hard enough.
Clearly. I'm kind of just like slowly turning.
Yeah, you keep turning and... Yeah. No, don't see her anywhere. You know her voice.
Celia, where are you exactly?
I'm right here, silly goose.
I'm gonna have Fenny make a smell-based perception check.
Sure.
He's in the trees.
Yeah, it smells like a forest.
Oh man, these trees are speaking Elvish.
Damn dog.
Whole lot of pine.
It's alright, Eustace.
Fair deal, Pine. Fair deal. That's Celia, if you could be so kind as to show yourself, we would be very grateful to have a conversation with you.
I'm standing right here. Let's have a conversation.
Fair enough. Well, me and my friends here are here seeking cooks to relocate and perform personal cooking for the family of my good friend Edward and their business. The pay is quite well. Housing is not an issue, and I can assure you, you'll be quite comfortable.
I got excited when you said perform, and then you kept going.
Damn!
I am confused.
Don't worry about it. This is an A and B conversation.
Actually, it's A, B, C, D, and E.
Listen, me and Tori got some investments in this shit. We need this.
Look, there's 6 participants in this conversation, but generally only 4 at a time.
Yup.
Sounds like it.
Us and one of the sisters.
He wanted to talk to himself.
So you need some damn good cooks, is what I'm hearing.
That would be correct, yes.
But how do you know that we're good cooks? You've never had our food.
That is untrue. I have had food prepared by your family many times. It's been a while, but you know, I've never left.
You had the food that
unhappy.
Mother used to make. Before
Well.
she passed.
Are you saying that you aren't as skilled as your mother? I'm sure that you have only improved upon her recipes in the time that you've been preparing them.
Raylan, if you're gonna put something in my mouth, don't let it be words.
Once again, Edward is confused.
Fair enough.
Not saying anything, but definitely off to the side. Not looking at this person. Just like...
Well, if you would like, I'm sure me and my friends would be more than happy to gather materials for you to prepare something, and then we could see for ourselves.
A demonstration.
Exactly.
Well, we wouldn't be good recruits if you didn't at least try our food ahead of time, now would we?
I think that's a fair point.
After all, you're looking for the best of the best.
Correct.
Word of mouth alone doesn't get you very far around here.
Well, if you let us know what you would like for us to gather, for you to prepare, we will make haste in getting those materials.
I think there's enough deer in the forest. If you hunt one down and bring us the meat, we can make some good venison from it.
That should take me no time at all.
So you are still a skilled hunter.
Only more skill as time goes on.
Then I'm surprised you haven't been able to find me yet, Hunter.
At this point, Edward wants to try to look around to see if he can find her before he does.
Make a perception check.
Okay, I'm probably not. Yeah, no.
Nope.
Can I make another perception check just because I didn't make one for myself.
Yeah,
to
you didn't
see
make
her.
one yourself, so you can.
Yeah. Like Edward just looks up, looks around, stops caring.
Yeah, you're close. Keep your eyes wandering. Eventually you'll find me. But make haste. It's dinner time soon.
I mean, if his eyes wander as much as his thoughts probably do, I'm sure he'll find.
Well, I shall make haste, and I will grab Edward and K2 and be like, "We make for the forest, gentlemen."
Oh, and leave Fenny behind. We can't have any unfair advantages.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Fenny, you will stay here with Celia and her sisters.
Is that performance? Is that performance anxiety I hear from Raylan?
No,
I can't have my support dog. But he cheers me
I am
on.
perfectly capable of doing this all on my own. I just like having my emotional support dog with me.
Hold on. I gotta put this in my notes. Raylan has anxiety without the dog.
Dude, you could have just
He's
written
my emotional support animal.
You could have just written Reelin has anxiety, and that would have been true enough.
Yeah, that really would have gotten to the heart of it.
Fair.
All right,
Real-
so the
real-
three of you leave Fenny behind and make for the trees.
One of us does so enthusiastically. One of us
Thank
is being
you.
dragged behind his will. One is K2.
The other's just happy to be here.
One
Yeah.
is happy to see his plan is already going.
yeah. K2, the mastermind, is just like, yeah.
He's like, my plan's working, slightly off course, but it's working.
Perfect. Fucking Palpatine over here.
It's going way better than he could have possibly
yeah. yeah. Just outwardly, stone face. Inwardly, yes. Perfect.
I just need to figure out which one Edward would prefer. Would he prefer the mean one? Or, actually, they were both kind of mean to Reelin. But one was, like, really mean.
I think the
One was-
bubbly mean one would be good for him, because it would kind of, balance out the vanilla-ness that is Edward.
You don't know.
Oh my god.
Little
You
we
don't know anything about me.
Little we know, Edward's just the biggest masochist ever.
Oh my god.
That's
Yikes.
why they want it soundproof.
I'm not saying anything.
Your silence speaks volumes.
No, it writes them. I'm not good at speak words. I'm good at write words, not good at speak words. Speak words, brain work hard, brain not work. Hand.
I don't words good.
Exactly.
As I follow the others, I'm just like whistling and spinning my arcane focus around, just like this is gonna be a fun night.
Maybe we should cut to the girls for right now.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you. I need to use the bathroom as well.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if we kept going.
Neither would I, but I need to use the bathroom.
That's fair.
Oh god.
Can't save
All right.
yourself, Ryan.
So Reelin directed the
I
two
do
of you toward one of the only other human families. Because Lyra is a human.
Okay.
Wow.
I know. You go knock on the door, and you are greeted by a young adult in her early 20s. This is Lyra. She just looks confused. It's like, hi?
Yeah, masked human and it brightens a bit.
Same.
Not really the vibe of this area.
Rob was just like, hello. This is very strange, but I'm Raba. She just like grabs the flyer from Agnes. It's like, we were told by the innkeeper that you had skill in cooking, and we were wondering if you were interested in a job in what was the town again?
Kellen Falls.
Kellenfall, yeah. And she
Um,
just like hands her the flyer so that she can see it, so we're not just like,
Give her a second to read it.
yeah.
She
Look it
reads
over.
it, looks it over, and goes, oh. Okay, that's a decent amount of money to make in a day. Oh, starting at. Okay.
I like how they said they didn't have the information when the information is on
I
the
know,
flyer.
the guys literally forgot they had a fucking flyer, and Chris and I were just laughing.
They
We're like, we're
have
just gonna keep it to
all the
ourselves.
Flyers. I would like to point out they have
I
all
never
the
said I
flyers
was a
except for
smart
two.
man.
We were like, we're gonna leave them to flounder. We're not telling them.
We figured it out.
Looks like we're expected to stay there. Room is provided. Okay, that sounds like a good deal. Yeah, I don't have much going on here.
A very nice family. so I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I know the family.
Oh, well, that's even better.
We've gone up and traded there a few times. I keep wanting to buy one of the totem poles, but it won't fit in the house.
Maybe you can get a totem pole for your new room there, if you get hired.
It doesn't say. Do we get discounts as employees?
That's something we weren't told, unfortunately, but I'm sure it's something you could discuss with the owners and probably come to some kind of agreement.
That'd be kind of nice.
They were very nice totem poles.
I could put more maps on my walls.
You have maps?
Oh my god.
I have maps. Do you want to see them?
Oh,
It's just
God.
like whips her like 7 scroll cases around off her back, and she's like,
Rob,
I could show you mine if you show me yours.
Okay.
This is going very interesting places.
Bravo, we don't have anything else to do, right?
no, we don't.
You want to look at some maps?
I have a map of all the cities.
Oh my god.
Tell me more.
Mapgasm.
Mapgasm.
Okay, so this is a map, the small one right here. This is Nigel's Point. It's mostly destroyed now because some idiot set a fire, which burned down a lot of the forest, or a lot of the village.
Is that here in Swarky?
No, Nigel's Point is along the river.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can. It's between here and Brand if you took the.
Oh,
north side.
right. No, sorry. I thought we were talking about. No, yeah, no, we're good. Sorry.
No, like
That's
the
a
whole
me.
continent.
That's a me Tory confusion. Not realizing she was talking about a city on the map of the continent and not the city. Anyways, moving on.
And then of course there's this one of Brand. This one's a couple years old. So I haven't really had it updated recently, but
I take a look at it.
it looks as it does. The city hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is pretty much spot on.
Are you from there?
Yes.
Jealous. I've always wanted to go there.
It's a very nice place.
My Papa says it's too dangerous to go because of all the thieves you encounter in between here and there.
Oh, yeah, that is a bit of a problem sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is the high city of Lorik. It's kind of it's a big map. It's a big city.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's of Raverin, and then I have one of Gillimore. It's hard to get a 3D map. So I just have 2 maps of Gillimore. One from the side and one from aerial.
Oh, right, because of the whole
Because it floats.
elevation. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. And then of course we have Northshire, and then Keedividi, and Stone Sparrow, and High Gulf. And then my grandfather stole this one from Sarnath before the city was destroyed.
I pull out my map of Sarnath. Are they the same or similar?
They'd be way different. Because your map is of New Sarnath.
Oh.
Yeah. This is of the original town of Sarnath before it was destroyed.
Gotcha.
That's really neat. Cool.
I pull out my map of New
Fuck you, Mike.
Sarnath, and my map of the south, and of the continent, and of the north, and of Stonesboro, and of Serenia. Well, I guess this one's less exciting because, you live here, but...
That's still cool to see. I wonder how they do all this from above.
It's just like, I don't think that's how that works.
I should pack. When am I supposed to be there by?
I think it's as soon as you can.
Soon as possible. Okay, I'll be there tomorrow.
So, one of our other friends is actually the owner's other son, and he should be back later on tonight. So if you want to meet us at the inn later, you could probably talk to him to get a better...
Is he the quiet one or the chatty one?
The quiet
one.
Oh good, I like him more.
The chatty one was nice.
He's nice, but he talks a lot.
Well, I guess if you don't like that, then yeah.
I just want to look at my maps.
That's fair. But the quiet one's probably better for you then, because then you can look at your maps and not be distracted.
What do you mean better for me?
To hang around with.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I meant?
I was just curious.
Oh. Okay.
I like your hair.
Oh. Thanks. It's easier to deal with the mask when the hair's up.
Yeah. It's a cool mask.
Thanks. It was given to me by someone.
A friend?
Uh,
A boyfriend?
no. Definitely not
friend.
that. More like
Robert just kind of giggles in the background.
more like a respected superior.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
A little bit. Yep.
Office romance.
Nope. Nope. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. Do you
All right.
have a boyfriend?
No.
Oh, well.
I have been talking to this girl though.
Ooh, do tell.
You gotta
Robert just like closes it and is like, yes.
Yes.
Do tell.
I won't talk
Maps
about it yet,
momentarily forgotten.
but we'll talk about it. I want to pack first so we can get settled in at the new place. And then I'll tell you about her.
Oh, so I guess maybe don't pack too much. There are other people that were also asked about this employment, just because you know it could have been
okay.
possible that everybody said no.
That makes sense.
So just so you know, you don't have to
So it's not a guarantee.
exactly. So I don't want you to like get your hopes up and get there with all your stuff, and then they take somebody else, because that would just be unfortunate. But they might hire more than one person if they find more people that they need. They were very
Okay.
busy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll travel lightly then.
Yeah,
It's
just enough to
not that
maybe.
far. I can always come back and get some things.
Oh yeah, no problem. We're gonna be at the inn.
In
If
town?
ever, yes.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna meet up with our friends. So I guess if ever you want to come stop by, feel free. And if you have any questions, you can ask Edward, the quiet one.
Oh, that's Edward. That's his name. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
And then we can talk more about. Oh, actually, wait, no. So now that you don't have to pack, can you talk? Can you tell us now?
Oh, well, we're still gonna wait.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. See you later.
Thank
See
you so
ya,
much. Have a
probably
wonderful
tomorrow.
day.
Yeah. Feel free to come see us tonight and hang out and chat.
What are your names?
That's Rava, and I'm Agnes.
Okay. Are you
And I
two,
collect my maps, making sure not to take hers by accident and separate them accordingly.
Well, hers are all up on the wall.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then I put all mine back in their scroll cases.
Yeah. Be hard to take and mix
Yeah.
them up. And you leave.
Bye! I just look over at Rava as we're leaving, and I'm just like, oh, that's pretty easy.
Yeah. You also didn't get lost, so that's a bonus.
Yeah. She was very friendly and easy to... It's a really good thing we had this flyer. Or, well, the flyer that we left with her, because I didn't know the answer to, any of those questions.
Oh god, no.
That would have been awful.
Her map collection was amazing.
that map of New Sarnath, or well, of original Sarnath. Maybe I can
Alright.
find one day. And I guess we go to the inn.
All right.
Stick around.
So the rest of you go out
Back to
and
us.
you hunt a deer.
We hunt a deer, which is to say, Rylan hunts a deer while the two of us are trying not to fuck it up.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I'm just I leave them out there. I leave them out there, and then I basically like sit them by a tree, and I'm like, all right, sit here and shut up. I'll be right back.
I feel like what it is Rylan just like looks at Edward. That's necromancy. That'll spoil the meat. Looks at K2. You'll light it on fire and char it. I should do it.
Necessarily, I can make it like a little thunderbolt so it goes clean through the meat. No problems. In fact, there won't even be a wound. It's like its heart will just stop.
I mean, we all know that every good person from the South needs to have his hunting buddies who drink while he does all the work.
Oh, I didn't bring any booze.
I'm good. I think I'll just stay here and let you handle that, Raylan.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to talk to Edward about anyway.
Okay. So yeah, we will return the deer to the sisters.
But then,
I'm assuming there's a conversation.
But while Rylan's hunting,
So while Rylan's hunting, K2, after a decent chunk of time has passed, says, "So Edward, anything jump out at you about the sisters?"
I mean, they all seem pleasant enough.
Yeah. Yeah, they all seemed very nice. Which
they're
one
very
did you
nice.
find the nicest?
Well, the one in pigtails had a bit of a acerbic bite to the way she talked, but that was really only to Rylan. Maybe they have history. The first one, they seemed decently enough. I guess the third one too. She seemed more focused on Rylan than either of us, though. I'm
She
sure there's
seems
something
very
there.
focused on Rylan. So, okay. I'm just gonna come out and ask it.
No, yeah. It's very obvious that Edward understands what you're saying, but is not answering it to what he thinks you want him to say.
Yep, and because of that, I'm just gonna ask directly. Clearly, the blunt youngest sister is interested in Rylan. So I'll ask you this: would you prefer the stern older sister or the hot-headed middle sister? With absolutely no idea of how old any of them are. This is just his kind of roles that he's putting them into.
Oh, you nailed it too.
Oh,
He
fuck
sure
yeah.
is the oldest.
At this point, Edward looks up from the book. Are you aware that they'll outlive us by multiple lifetimes?
So,
I mean, you can't have fun in this lifetime.
listen, Edward. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour.
Are you trying to philosophize with me? Because you're making just about as much sense.
It's not philosophy. It's poetry. Basically, who cares if they'll outlive us? Make the most of the time that you have.
I intend to.
I dig K2's vibe.
I see K2 abides by the old adage of Hakuna Matata.
I didn't actually hear what
What a
Josh said.
wonderful phrase.
Oh, he said he digs K2's vibe.
Oh, okay.
He's a real funky cat.
I don't know. My passion's never been with people, it's been with my work. I guess we'll just see what happens.
Well, we're going to a dinner with 3 beautiful women. It'd just be nice to know where everyone kind of lands.
Which one do you want? That's a strange way of phrasing it, but I think
Yeah, that was a very crude way of phrasing it, but it's fine. I understand the meaning.
which one are you interested in? Yeah, that's a better one.
Well,
I didn't know we were picking cars out of a lot, fellas.
wow, way to objectify them, Joshua. These are real women.
I'm not
Real-
the one who said the thing.
Real
I'm not the one
150-year-old
who said the
elven
thing.
women.
Yeah, real women who are older than us by a while, presumably.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, we don't know. For all we know, K2 is like a 500-year-old immortal being. Just masquerading as a human this lifetime.
It would be the first time.
No, it wouldn't be. Mr.
Um,
Shark. Mr. Shark Lord.
Yep.
Cogum refused to refer to him as anything else because that sounded more impressive.
Yeah. Well, I was definitely impressed by Kashara's candor. How she immediately caught on to the
Tyrion.
what?
Tyrion.
Yeah, well, not necessarily to Reelin, because
Well, just the
Reelin didn't go in with that ulterior motive, but the opportunity of said potential, or should I say, unsaid potential.
Uh-huh.
As for Arielin, well, like I said, she's hot-headed. That can mean all kinds of things.
Once again, look of confusion. Sure.
You know what? I think you should go for Arielin. I think it might do you some good. And
Because she's the more direct one.
yeah. And I mean, she did seem to like putting down Reelin. And you are, to be honest, very easy to put down. In fact, you do it to yourself all the time. That might mesh pretty well.
Edward just looks at him like, the fuck?
He's feeding into your assumed masochistic tendencies.
Well, not just
I
masochistic,
understand that.
Just, I mean, we all know Edward's a bit of a sad sack.
Are you
This is out of character.
implying that he may or may not have a degradation kink?
I don't like the implications.
That's not
of
where
this.
I was going.
I don't like the
Joshua.
implications of this conversation anymore. I'd like to move on from this.
Perfect. Silly,
yeah, just looks at him strangely, doesn't continue the topic of conversation.
I'll take
Well-
that as a yes.
Book goes up higher. As to indicate, I'm done.
And so the combatants are set. We have our dance partners, gentlemen.
Good luck, fellas.
Oh, buddy. Anyways, Reeland comes back.
Yep.
Deer in tow.
I like to think he hasn't pressed it down or anything. He's just dragging the fucker.
Fucking fireman carrying that bitch. Just
that honestly makes more sense. Yeah, Reeland would be much more experienced. Yeah, just fucking fireman carry. Let's go. I picture giddy like a schoolboy. Just I killed a deer. Let's go.
I'm fucking skipping through the forest with this thing on my back.
yeah. I like the contrast between Rylan, who's just like, yeah! K2 is just like, let's see how this goes! And Edward, who's just like, god damn it. I didn't want to do this, but fine.
We've got all three first date moods.
Woo!
It's not even like, god damn, I don't want to do this. Just like, I could be reading my book. I could be doing doctor shit.
You guys are doing great.
You're doing great, sweeties.
Thank you.
Don't you patronize me.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Krista. Tori, don't you fucking patronize me.
Come on, Ryan. Back the fuck up.
Fucking Canadian.
So you,
Fucking
you
American.
bring the
Wait, what?
deer.
We don't have
You
time to unpack
bring-
all that, Joshua.
You
Move on.
bring the deer back to the sisters. Kishara is back outside. She has since lit a fire well away from the trees. There is a spit roast ready to go. And you bring the deer up, and she just gestures to a nearby, like, flat log that's been cut up at the top. She says, put it over there. Tell me, Reelan,
Yes.
do you have any experience carving meat or only beating it?
I resent the assertion. I'm more than capable of cleaning a beast once I have failed it.
That doesn't. There's a blunt force weapon on it.
I will explain to you. Edward, I will explain to you later.
Oh, that's a euphemism. Okay.
Yes, Edward, yes. Now, do you have any... Do you have the appropriate knives that I may carve this beast?
Wow. You show up at the house of 3 pretty women, and you can't even bring your own proper tools.
I have a scalpel.
See how food works.
You know what's
I
fine.
think it's-
And I just pull out my dagger, and I'm like, I will do this the old-fashioned way.
Look at that. He has a tool.
I go to work.
Don't they all?
I feel like Edward is just like looking up.
I was waiting for the implication that he was one.
Question, real quick.
Question.
Is she the one that's the oldest, or is she?
Yeah, Kishara is
Yes.
the oldest.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Kishara is the oldest, and then
Yeah, she's the outspoken one.
The stern oldest sister.
Yep.
I love Joe's progressive reactions for Edward. I actually have to send that to a friend who I've been talking with about.
Aryawin comes out shortly after, with a bunch of chopped vegetables and herbs and spices, and throws them into a cauldron that they have now sitting near the fire. And you see Kishara comes over and just lifts the whole thing. It's pretty big. She's also very strong, and sets it up over the fire onto a metal ring that holds it.
Jackpot.
And then you see the fire's intensity just seem to grow as Zelia, now coming out from the shadows, just seems to be casting a spell onto it.
Neat.
She's so
Oh,
talented.
impressive. I've always found that magic in the kitchen could have so many uses.
Oh, it can.
While she's doing that, I'm going to approach, and I'm just going to ask Celia. I am curious. Do you have any knowledge of enchantment magic?
No.
Well, I thought it would be fair to ask. Not
All
many
right.
people do.
Am I not already enchanting enough?
That is not at all what I was trying to imply.
She's also like very focused on the fire, so she's not even looking at you as you talk with her.
Ooh, disrespect.
I don't know, she's focused on her job, you know? People gotta, take things seriously when they do them. So I suppose I should continue carving.
About an hour later, you all, well, the girls finish cooking as you all just kind of do your own thing on the side.
I feel like the bag tries to go up a couple times and never just slams it closed.
I'm just twirling my arcane focus in the air, just making like little sparks and other illusions, just pass the time, little pretty things.
Yeah, Edward's rating and just occasionally, no.
After food is prepared, Sylvia does a bit more magic and assembles all of the gathered wood together, forming into a picnic table.
Yeah, Edward's sitting on a log, suddenly gets dumped off. Just,
What the? Oh.
It basically just gets pulled forward to the table.
yeah. Okay.
And you all sit down for dinner.
I try to put my book in the wrong bag and it just flies out.
Damn it.
Put it in the right bag.
Ari looks over at you. It's just like, why do things keep flying out of your bag?
It's temperamental.
I thought I was the crazy one.
Just kind of looks up.
You meet all kinds outside of the forest.
No, last I checked, my sanity is still mostly intact.
Mostly. Well, taste it. Tell us how we did.
Do so.
Yep, definitely
Yes.
eating this food.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is
Not saying no.
incredible. It is some of the best food you have ever eaten.
Wonderful. So, I will give rave reviews.
Alright.
Not at all biased.
Not in the slightest. I am the most unbiased party at this table, actually.
You're getting paid if you do a good job. But that's fair.
I will say this is by far the greatest food I've had in a long time, and that honestly, that is saying something. I've eaten in
Yes,
some
I-
pretty spectacular places.
I cannot remember the last time I had a meal this fantastic. The chefs at the guild know not what they are doing compared to the three of you.
As we've been told.
It's impressive.
We make for a good feast and we cook good food. It's Celia just kind of winks over at you, Reelin.
Once again, just
That's the same thing.
They really just kind of gets super red in the face and just kind of like goes to like demolishing the rest of what's left in his bowl.
no, I feel like Edward's about to make a stupid comment and K2 just like elbows him in the ribs like, shut up. Just,
Our man's playing the field, don't mess with him.
Is this a family recipe, or is this your own concoction?
It was mostly mother's. This is Kishara speaking now.
Mhm. I directed the question at her anyway.
But we've made tweaks to it in accordance to what has tasted better for us and our guests.
Definitely impressive. All ready to have a foundation of a legacy and then to build on top of that. Very admirable.
It's part of what brings so many people looking for company to our doors. And she just like glances over at Reelin.
Yes, I will definitely have to make sure that I visit often to test what recipes you come up with in your new position.
That sounds great. Hopefully it pays as well as you've said it does, Edward.
I'm sure I can convince Charles. Given what you've
Yeah, I'm
displayed
gonna
here,
like.
I would almost say that more would be in order.
I'm gonna quickly like peek at the flyer and see if that has any relevant information.
Oh, now you remember the flyer.
Right.
The flyer does say that room and board is provided, and that suitable candidates, well, a suitable candidate is actually what it says, will be paid 5 gold a day.
Oh wow, we actually undershot it.
Yeah. Yeah. Edward was like, 2 sounds good, so let's double that to be safe.
You rolled a 7, so.
No, exactly, which makes sense. Like, Edward is like, that sounds good, so let's double it, because that's probably not.
It's okay, there's nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna like. Yeah, we were close enough. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, now that you've had our cooking, you can take that back to the person that's seeking the information and tell them we will be there tomorrow.
Excellent. We will do so, and I will take. I don't know. I guess some leftovers.
If it will keep.
I'll just have to get back there very quickly. We won't be staying in Swarky.
Right.
So I guess we will say our goodbyes, thank them, and make for the inn.
As you say your goodbyes, Celia walks over to you, Reelan, and like begins to lean in before it looks as if she's going for a kiss before she moves her head to the side and just says, "See you tomorrow."
I'm just gonna like get all flushed and be like, yes. No, just turn and grab the two of them and be like, we're leaving.
While that was happening, K2 just turns to Kashara and says, "It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Ours as well.
I look forward to the next time we meet.
Unless something dire happens, that will be tomorrow.
The sooner the better.
Pray that Devalin protects you in the night.
Pray to what?
Pray that Devalin protects you in the night.
Oh. Not familiar with that name. A local custom?
Sure.
Perhaps I will then.
If you are suited enough to receive his blessing, you may even see him.
Interesting.
It is a dream of many.
Well, I'm always happy to meet new people.
People. We'll see you out in the morning.
In the morning.
And all the furniture collapses as they go back inside.
I think that went rather well.
I would agree.
All things considered, yeah.
I'll just look at K2 really quick and be like, just kind of like shrug and be like, 2 out of 3 wasn't bad. Edward needs to work on his approach.
Yeah. I haven't given up on him yet. Maybe she likes the silent type.
Always a possibility.
Like they were having this conversation about Edward while he's standing right there. as we're walking away.
Reelan, are you gonna call for your dog?
Yes. I assumed he was just leaving with us, but...
Alright. Weird assumption. He wasn't present at all during the meal.
Penny, to me.
When he's covered in bows.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah!
Oh, God.
He's a pretty dog now.
As Fenny comes running around through the trees, he a lot of the excess hair on the top of his head has been turned into the same pigtail stylings that Ari has.
Oh,
and then there's just a bunch of bow ties stuck to him.
my sweet boy. What have they done to you?
They've accessorized him.
Don't worry. We will fix this.
No, they might get mad if you do that. After all, that could be Celia's hard-earned work that you're just letting go to waste.
He must be... He is a creature of stealth. He cannot have all these accoutrements.
Why not? Doesn't make him any less silent. Doesn't break his profile that much.
I'm not going to argue this with you.
You didn't notice him the entire dinner. I think that means he's pretty stealthy as he is.
Edward has the mischievous smile of somebody who knows they're winning an argument. Just to spite someone.
I do not need to be told how my work is done by a man who has no concept of hunt.
Edward just shrugs.
Alright, so where are you three headed?
Yes,
Back to the inn, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So everybody reconvenes back at the inn. Some of you several hours ahead of everybody else.
The four of us are just like, where are they?
Pretty much.
Well,
It's just like, how difficult was that?
It took the other two several hours on theirs as well.
True. Wait, so it's just me and Rava.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much
like,
you
where
and
are
Rava
the
were
guys?
there for like
And then
2
the
hours before. Well, it was about 2 hours that the two of you were there by
And then
yourself.
Atramir and
Yeah,
Darkalion.
and then Atramir and Darkalion showed up, and then about an hour later, the other 3 showed up.
Not too behind.
Agnes just like runs over to Fenny and she's like, oh my god, you're so cute.
He got a makeover.
Don't get used to it.
I think it suits him.
I think he
adorable.
looks great.
He looks wonderful.
He's supposed to be
Well,
a creature of
he-
business.
You know, if he likes the haircut, I say let him keep it.
Agnes
Oh,
just
not
like,
a haircut, it's a hairdo.
yeah, Agnes
Did
just like
you
holds
ask
Fenny's
him?
face up with like, so it's like puppy dog eyes, and it's just like, does this face look fierce to you?
It's business casual.
Yeah, he's
He's
a
a
pretty
yeah,
good
exactly.
direwolf.
Do you mean to imply that simply because he looks pretty, he's no longer able to conduct his business as adequately?
I know many people that has not stopped them at all.
Oh, I should point out that the bow ties are black
Agreed.
and pink.
Yeah.
You.
Nice.
Be careful. If you bring that dog anywhere near my wife, she might adopt him.
She will not take my wolf.
Brava just comes over and starts like petting him. She's like, "See, such a good boy. So how did
Yeah.
you do?"
Agnes is just like, what a good puppy.
They
He
were
is always a good boy.
Yeah, just Edward just like snapped the business book and just they were agreeable to the terms that were set. They'll be heading off in the morning.
That's
as well.
good.
Anyway,
Oh,
Well, I think
Magnificent.
we're.
Magnificent cooks. How did the rest of you fare?
We were successful. She'll go tomorrow and meet up.
It seems we'll have quite the kitchen staff at your store there, Edward.
No kidding.
Look over
Awesome.
at Arcalion and fridge.
Fridge.
Yeah. As we found out,
How'd you guys do?
who knew that the loner in the woods who does not like to be disturbed would not want to leave their home?
Well, I mean,
After today, I can.
So we respected their wishes and left them be.
you didn't even try, did you?
Who?
I mean, if she said no,
we
you
laid
don't
out
have-
all the terms.
Yeah, I think Edward's family has more than enough options. I don't think we need to force people to come to a job interview.
Yeah, I'm not going to force somebody to leave their comfortable place out in the woods away from everybody else, because it's obvious that they do not want to be disturbed.
I never once suggested you drag this poor girl from her home. Well, regardless, it seems as though we have found more than enough success. We do have a delivery to make back to Kellen Falls. We must bring this dish to Edward's family so they may sample it.
Wait, what time is it?
Man, you would just
Just after dinner?
Oh, we have plenty of time
were
then,
just-
right?
you're just picking up a ton of side quests, aren't you?
Or
Yes.
more like a continuation of
Yeah.
this side quest.
Part 2.
Brava just kind of looks
Yeah.
at Agnes. She goes, "Oh, we forgot to sample her stuff."
I didn't think about it. She just seemed so keen.
To be fair,
Yeah.
we didn't think about it either until it was suggested by the sisters.
I have faith.
As I
I'm
always,
sure it'll be fine. I highly doubt the innkeeper would give us her name if she made bad food.
We
Possibly.
do not know this man.
Yeah, just looks to Rylan like, well.
Yeah, is the
He's
innkeeper
kinda
still there,
nice.
or is this like someone completely different?
Oh, the innkeeper's still there.
Oh,
We've only been gone for a few hours.
Yeah.
well,
Mhm.
I just
Maybe he went
wanted to
to bed.
make sure. I just wanted to make sure it was still the same guy, and not like
We got the
first person
night in,
we talked
yeah.
to was someone completely different, and it wasn't even the innkeeper.
Yeah,
Or-
no, same guy.
It was just some guy.
Or maybe
just
now
some
it's the
guy.
It was the night innkeeper.
So do we head back to Kellen Falls now then?
Yes.
Yeah, this
Oh, okay.
food's not gonna keep all night.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I just
The
look down
sooner
at
the
Fenny and
better.
I'm like, let's go! And I go running out the door, hoping he follows me.
Let me check something. I think isn't one of Prestidigitation's things like you can just like heat up food?
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. K2 has found a side gig as just the best pizza delivery guy.
K2 is a microwave. You
That's
warm, chill, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material.
Guys, that's the secret. That's his last name. It's K2 Microwave.
I use both kinetic and convection heating.
Oh my lord. Get me out of here. I've left. Fenny and I have left.
Yeah, I wasn't far behind you.
Yeah.
I'm out.
We were like, "Yay, cute dog, let's go."
Just
I
look to
also
real, and it's like you're never going to be able to get the convince them to leave that dog's hair alone, right?
I will take them both, and I will burn them.
I also like the
That's a
fact
bit harsh.
You assume we can make new bows, bitch.
What are you saying, Ryan?
no.
Good.
No, it was just, I like the fact that the girls were like, yeah, you could meet one of the owner's sons as we're leaving.
Yeah.
She said that she was gonna come tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wait,
She-
who said
she-
that?
Our
Lyra.
girl, Lyra, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We offered, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow." We were like, "Okay."
No.
So off we go, Kellen Falls, woo!
All right. Yeah, you travel the hour back to Kellen Falls.
Mm-hmm.
This time you would take the easier route instead of going through Zan's Bequest. You would go through Willowdale.
Yeah, cut straight through the middle.
Yeah, cut through the middle, finding that it gets its name by the giant willow tree in the middle of it. Who'd have thought?
Pretty.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's well decorated as well. So it does light up the area pretty well. You basically
I mean, then
go into this by pulling apart the willow branches as they hang down like a giant curtain.
Oh, Jesus.
Agnes is having fun, just like walking through it, and is like doing circles, and it's not going in a straight line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rob was very
you-
much just like more staring up at like all of it than really paying attention to what's actually in front of her.
You find various children running through the branches of the tree as well, just like getting lost, and some of them bump into each other on accident. And
Oh yeah, Agnes is doing the exact same thing.
Agnes, you would notice that the branches seem to shift and move with you, almost like the tree is dancing with you.
I love this tree.
after a slight detour in Willowdale,
Okay, are we sure that K2 is a sorcerer and not just a very clever bard?
What are you talking about? K2's didn't do shit. He's just watching this like she's running with children.
It's K2's invisible ghost.
Can't
Hey,
prove
what?
anything.
yeah, K1.
after
The
a
origin-
brief
original
detour in Willowdale, you arrive back at Kellen Falls to Charles closing up shop.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, you're all back sooner than expected.
Well,
How did
we-
your time at Zan's Bequest go?
It
we
went really
was a
well.
successful engagement.
We achieved what we set out to achieve.
That's good. Negotiated trade, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Hopefully they were generous in what they had to offer.
I'd say so.
It took a little strong arming, but they came around.
Well, I mean, Iolenia was never really one for taking it
Charity.
easy on anybody.
I suppose that's fair.
Anyway, come on inside.
We
Yeah, man.
brought something for you.
No good. That seems a bit strange for gift giving.
Oh, it's
In relation to the cooks you requested. rather
Oh,
than
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
You
What do you have?
just kind of gesture towards Rylan.
They will present the food after K2 prestidigitates.
Yep, I'll warm it up.
All right. You warm it up. He looks at it. Looks delicious. How does it taste?
Best thing I've
See
ever
for
had.
yourself.
Fair enough. And he will take a bite and then proceed to devour the whole thing.
I half expected him to think it was disgusting.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually a vegetarian, thanks. Oh, well, that's news.
That was quite good.
Yes.
So I assume that the chef will be coming tomorrow then.
Seems there's
Three
we were-
sisters.
Well, we were very successful in addition to the 3 women that made this very impressive dish. A couple of our other party members here found an additional candidate as well. I turned to Rava and Agnes.
Agnes is back to, like, hiding behind everyone else.
Agnes is hiding behind Rava.
Rava just waves. She's like, nothing is wrong, and just waves.
Does she say that? Or is that just like her?
Sound like everything
Or is that just her like body language?
Agnes is hiding behind everyone, like.
Okay, fair.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like in context of what I said, so I'm just like cocking my head at her, like, what?
No, just like to allay from Agnes, seemingly freaking out. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Rob is being open and friendly while Agnes is, so she's just like, hi, I am the
yeah. Edward just looks at Agnes, looks to Charles.
So there was
Right.
4 people.
Yes.
Correct.
3 of which are kind of like a
Package deal.
package deal.
And
But-
Well
then
worth the investment.
this was their doing then. They
Yes.
got- Ah,
Yes.
I suppose it's not a bad idea to have extra hands in the kitchen.
Especially when they can work something like that.
That's true. It should easily be able to make up for the income that we will have to give them.
I should hope so.
If they can cook this good every day, then we will have a waiting list for the dining tables.
Perfect.
Have them practically eating out of your hands.
Well, it's a good way to do business, I guess.
That is something Father would always say.
You know what you could do? You could buy like have novelty mugs or sorry, novelty bowls that they can buy, and then every time they can bring their novelty bowl to eat out of. That way they don't have to buy like an extra bowl or whatever, like a disposable bowl.
Oh, I like that idea.
And then you can like put like the store logo on it, branding.
Branding and advertising.
But what if we did, since there's 4 chefs, what if we had the store name on there and also the name of one of the chefs? So everybody has to kind of pick which one they want.
Ooh,
then
and
they
it,
can buy multiple if they want.
yeah, it could be a collector's item. Like
Yeah.
get a bowl for every chef.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
There you go.
We could even do that with the
marketing,
drink mugs.
marketing.
He's like the brother we never had.
And the ale horns. And all the merchandise. We can make a lot of money on this.
We still sell ale horns. Is it
Comes with the drink.
is it still the same batch that that one peddler said were ancient dwarven make, and we found out was just shit?
No, we.
Oh my god.
He
You
was
guys have been fleeced
just
before?
He was disposed of, meaning that he was put out of business. It's a huge mess.
Yeah,
so-
I would hope you would. Well, that was
No,
fun.
we've gone with actual, genuine Elvencraft ale horns this time.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it does
Yeah,
seem that-
locally sourced.
it does seem strange that elves would be doing that. You'd think that would be more of a human thing, but
Well, the elves learned
Locally
it from humans.
sourced from.
yeah, Edward just shrugs.
I don't question it.
I suppose there are plenty of older elves with nothing much else to do.
They're sturdy. They hold a lot of ale. People get drunk all the time, and then they want to buy more. I won't complain.
Yeah. From what I've seen, humans are more of like a goblet type of person. Prefer something a bit more
That's fair.
regal looking, kind of more of a symbol of wealth instead of just being in
Pretentious.
nature. Yes, very pretentious. Yes.
That's fair.
Bro.
Though I guess you
I
would
mean,
expect to
horns
see
are
that
easy to acquire.
You would also expect to see that more in Sarnath.
Never been to Sarnath, so I wouldn't know.
That's fair.
Rava just kind of like will slowly lean towards Agnes as they're having all this conversation. She's just, do you want to go swimming?
I don't know how.
Oh.
That's okay. I'll be there with you.
She can swim for the both of you.
Just sit on my back.
Meow.
Fuck it, yeah.
We just back away slowly.
Yeah.
I tug on Fenny.
You're not taking my dog with you.
What if
Kevin,
Fenny
let
wants
him
to
have
go
some fun.
swim?
You can't just kidnap my dog.
Kidnapping him? Right over
We're
there.
just going to the falls. It's right there.
You didn't have any problems with Celia kidnapping your dog.
That's true.
Don't
Yeah.
start with me.
Yeah, I feel like both K2 and Edward just.
You're gonna take your dog. Why can't we take her? We're just going over there.
Fine. Go.
I feel like Reelan is just like beat.
Reelan, look on the bright side. Maybe some of the bows and hair gel, I guess they used. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like. Maybe that will wash out in the water. The problem
Think of it
will
as a-
solve itself.
We're gonna braid Fenny's
Think-
fur.
Think of it as a team building exercise, Reelan.
They don't need to know that.
Oh no, I don't say that, but we're gonna do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I still, my point still stands.
Oh yeah.
It'll help Fanny bond better with the girls,
We're gone.
so that they
We're
can
outta
work
here.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said go, and we just
Yeah.
left.
I picture Rava picked Fenny up, and they both picked him up, and they were just gone.
And he was just like,
So-
"Whee!"
So after they leave, Charles just like looks at Rio and Celia.
Yes.
No, I'm curious.
Okay.
Do you know something he doesn't?
I think everybody knows something he doesn't.
Now I'm intrigued.
Edward just like takes the book out. I have a whole book of things he probably. But more specifically,
Yes, but this is something that only you know, and nobody else knows, as opposed to something everybody knows that Reelan doesn't.
Now I'm.
Charles, I think this is one of those situations where ignorance is bliss.
I agree. We'll keep him guessing.
okay, now I'm confused.
Honestly,
go,
now
man.
I need all the
Let's let it go.
details of gossip.
Would I know if Charles speaks Sylvan?
You would know he does.
Yeah, so just switch to Sylvan. I don't get it.
I will explain it later.
Yeah, there's something else you're going to have to explain later, but we can deal with that.
Knowing if you encountered Celia, you would probably encountered the use of her euphemisms. Is that what you're questioning?
Maybe?
We'll talk about it
Is,
later.
is this Ryan and Edward also being confused?
It's me not totally being sure how to word things, and Edward not being sure in general.
Fair.
From what I'm guessing, she gets around.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just come out and say it.
Yeah.
Actually, she was quite petite.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah. Just.
There's something else I wanted to discuss, but we can do that later. Beyond that situation.
Then we'll sit down for rest this evening and discuss it.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, it's close to that time. I should head to bed. Well, we should head off and have our conversation so that I can go to bed.
Fair.
And he switches back to calm and just says, I'm headed upstairs. The rest of you do whatever you want.
Find
Just
somewhere to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, just no stealing.
Gotcha.
You know, if you keep saying that every time you leave our presence, I'm gonna start taking it personal.
I mean, you're the only one who's taken direct interest in his merchandise.
And I bought it fair and square. Except for
That's
the
true.
things that he gave me.
That is also true.
It's more
I mean,
of a
man,
precaution than anything else. It's not necessarily an indignation of your characters. But
I mean, to be fair, man's kindness only goes so far.
true.
Either way, I will see you all in the morning. And apparently 4 new prospective cooks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah. Just head up with Charles.
So, what is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Why did Agnes seem like she was afraid of you?
She's afraid of me?
She was cowering for some reason.
I just kind of assumed that was her personality.
I don't know. Maybe. I've never seen her quite that shell-shocked, though.
She comes off as a shy individual, I can see it. Maybe some days are better than others.
I feel like you know something I don't.
You would be mistaken. Last we talked, we had a nice conversation. That was it.
I guess. Also, that was a very strange series of interactions with the sisters.
I believe it. They are strange.
That's not okay too, and Rylan seemed interested in trying to set me up with one of them.
Oh god. Which one did they try to set you up with?
The
He like struggles to remember a name for realizes he doesn't remember it offhand.
the one with
Oh, the pigtails. How are you, Win?
That one.
She's a character.
That's one way to put it. I think I was more offended by the fact that they tried to set me up as opposed to who they tried to set me up with.
Are you so afraid of women, you're afraid to get set up?
I have other things to be doing.
It's not a bad distraction, Edward.
Charles, when you get distracted, you lose money. When I get distracted, people die.
If you get distracted for too long, people die.
For some
But-
people, it's nearly seconds.
If you're in the company of a good person, they will keep your head on track. And remind you not to get distracted for too long.
Are you trying to say to go along with it? Or is this simply brotherly advice?
I'm not suggesting
Yes.
that you hook up with Aryuin.
Fair.
Number one, I think she's a little more than you can handle. Especially for somebody that's never really indulged before.
Trial by fire.
I'd like to think it's just the echoing of K2's consciousness. Just bring you pussy.
I don't think any of those sisters are a good fit for you.
Well, I think if I'm trying to go for Celia rather than have fun, finally rip my head off, so I'd rather not.
I think it's more likely she would rip his head off first.
Possessive or...
Psychotic.
Hmm. She did also seem to have some grasp on fire magic, and... I like Rylan enough, I'd rather not have his head ripped off. Even if he is trying to set me up.
She is a sorcerer.
Like Mother?
Similar.
Fair enough.
She's better at being misleading than I think anybody realizes.
Probably.
And Kishana's just a brute. She would rip you in half.
I like not having to stitch myself back together, especially when in two pieces. I've not tried to do that, and I'd rather not learn as I go.
That's probably advised. But
They did ask for soundproof rooms, and I think now I'm understanding.
to be honest, it's probably for the orgies.
Yeah,
Yes!
I'm starting to get that.
This is the most awake Mike has been in a session.
Edward
fair,
like visibly shudders.
to be fair, I got a lot of sleep last night. Work was not crazy, and I don't have to get up as early tomorrow.
Fair.
Oh, this was just like a melting pot of goodness for you then.
It really was.
Mike got to insert chaos into the game by fucking with two people this time instead of just one.
The strange thing about Aryuin is that nobody knows much about her, other than her vulgar behavior, which could stem from nearly anything, probably picking up on the bluntness from Kishana and the mystery from Celia.
Probably.
It's a strange combination of the two.
In any case, I don't think I'm exactly willing to find out.
Wouldn't recommend it. Not with her. You'll meet plenty of damsels in distress while you're adventuring. That's a terrible way to say it.
That is an awful way to say that, Charles. God.
You'll meet plenty of suitors that don't need rescuing.
I would hope not. That puts too much imposition on a favor being done.
Try not to think about it.
I'm not going to.
Plus, you travel with 2 companions that happen to be female.
Work relationships never work out.
I don't
They're
think
not
that
real girls.
I don't think that would pan out well.
You're probably right.
I don't. I mean, not like either one of us were exactly ones to chase skirts.
No. No.
Although, I suppose that's because if we did, well, mother. One of us focusing on more productive stuff than fanciful, I suppose.
Yes, but that was when we were kids.
True.
Now that you're an adult, you can seek the pleasures of adulthood at your own pace. But I pray that's more active than not giving a shit. Talk to people. Do yourself a favor. For once. Talk to women, Edward. Get to know them. Engage in conversation. Find out what their interests are. For God's sake, find out what their name is first.
I know. Rava and Agnes, I know their names.
Of course you do. You know them.
Oh.
Talking about other people that aren't with you on a daily basis.
Like the person earlier you couldn't remember.
Quick, what's her name?
She's a blank slate.
Yeah,
Looked at that
exactly.
etch a sketch and fucking shook it till it was completely empty.
Even after Charles said it multiple times.
I feel like that's something Charles would do to him just
Oh,
to
it is.
fuck with him on a daily basis.
Oh, absolutely.
Who is that customer's name?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's different. That's written down in a ledger somewhere.
Also true. But yeah, Charles would have to be holding the ledger, like, no, can't use it.
The point is, Edward, put yourself out there. Talk to women like you actually want to get to know them. And then get to know them.
In that order.
Why do I feel like I've had this discussion?
We have this like every 3 years.
Yeah, probably. Like, as he was leaving, talk to women!
Okay.
He just
This
leaves
is
you
just
in your
Ryan
room.
speaking to like his actual siblings.
Edward's version of talking to women. Which way to town? Oh, it's that way. Thank you.
Back the way you
Yes.
came.
Maybe if you stop reading the book so much. Okay.
Oh, okay, well, I'm not listening anymore.
Yeah, stop reading, fuck that shit!
But I could just read my book all I like doing.
Go to sleep.
Alright. Anything that ladies are talking about, or you just passing time by swimming?
I mean, Agnes doesn't actually go swimming. Because A, she doesn't know
Yes.
how, And
She's just like on the side with her feet in water.
That's fair.
yeah, B, she doesn't take off any of her stuff ever, so.
Fair.
Rava's just kind of like floating by her feet in the water.
I'm having fun braiding Fenny's fur.
Are you taking out
Don't
the
forget-
bows as you do so?
Well, yeah, the bows.
Well,
are
yeah,
like
because
holding
then,
the braids
yeah, you
together.
gotta use the bows to hold the braids.
Every time you pull out a bow, there's an explosion of glitter.
Oh god, I thought you were gonna say there's an explosion, and I was like,
They
what the
they glitter bombed. the
Yeah.
bowl.
And I'm just like,
They knew he was
goodness.
gonna try and.
Yep.
I definitely rubbed the glitter all into Fenny's fur, so he's just a glittery beast.
Nice.
Rava's just chilling in the glitter-filled water now. Just
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does dissolve after a little while, so
Damn
it's yeah. It's not a real
I love
glitter.
that-
It's the effect of glitter, but it's water dissolves it.
Well, he looks like a
Water
magical
soluble.
beast for a little while.
Exactly.
I love that Joshua has to consume this by proxy.
Absolutely.
My boy.
Rava sits up before she pulls the last bow.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Leave that one.
Good point.
It's like one that's like off center, so it's just especially aggravating.
Yep. We just move it a little bit just to make it just so it's just so noticeable that it's just so extra out of place. And then we head back.
Yeah, we
Alright.
just chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I go
Enjoy
sleep
each
in the
other's
room
company for
if
a
I'm
while.
still up
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
I never asked, but I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
I sleep wherever the hell I slept the night before.
On the floor.
Hey.
Nice.
All right. So everybody falls asleep and wake up in the morning feeling well rested. Everybody gains the benefits of a long rest.
Woo! Didn't use anything.
Nope.
Same. I'm gonna click the button just for funsies, though.
I used all my spell slots on Don't Panic.
After about an hour, there is a knock at the door. Actually, the store would be open by now. They just walk in.
Yeah.
The first person to arrive is Lyra, who kind of makes her greetings with everybody. Charles takes her into the kitchen so that she can prepare something small in the meantime, trusting you, Edward, to run the store during its least busiest time.
Yeah. I do so decently.
Ness had gone over to say hi to her and be like, "Oh my god, hi, you're here, wow!" And then as soon as Charles started walking over, she was like, "And I'm out, goodbye."
Wow,
I
the
feel
rest
like
of us
you
make
say that
ourselves
word
scarce.
for word, too.
Yeah. A little while later, while Lyra's still preparing something in the kitchen, the three sisters show up.
Edward looks up, sees them, immediately goes back to the customer in front with intense focus of just don't want to acknowledge their existence right now.
Fair. Yeah, they enter in and
I know too much.
glance around. They're like, "So who are we supposed to talk with?"
Edward just points in the direction of the kitchen.
Kishar's
Yeah,
just like,
Agnes definitely
we-
pointed at Edward. Because
"We
she
should
didn't
have
know.
assumed that."
I assume is Charles in the kitchen right now?
Charles is in the kitchen. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Can Rava be watching them cook?
You want to watch them cook?
Yeah.
The girls or Lyra, who's back there right now?
Lyra, who's in the kitchen.
Okay, yeah, you can be
Out
in
of the
there.
way. I'm just kind of chilling, watching what you do.
Yeah. She does her thing as Charles kind of sits observing from a distance. He's like hanging out like near you, but not next to you.
Yeah.
Right.
K2 would welcome the sisters to the shop and lead them into the kitchen to introduce them to Charles, even though they probably all know each other.
I would quickly follow.
Okay.
Edward is suddenly glad he's working the counter.
Yeah, Charles, hearing the commotion, will look over at Rob and just be like, it sounds like the others are here. Feel free to watch her work. I'm gonna go greet them. And heads out of the kitchen before they make it into the kitchen. And seeing them goes, oh, look at the three of you. Cooking professionally now, apparently. And they all like glare at each other, glance at each other briefly before Celia speaks up and goes, Charles, you're such a charmer. Are we cooking you something this morning, or was our food last night delectable enough? Well, seeing as that was your work, I'd say that the three of you have already been guaranteed a spot. We will have rooms assembled to your liking shortly, and in the meantime, I'm going to finish seeing what the fourth person has to offer before we continue. But she is preparing enough food for everybody, so shortly we will take a brief lunch break with the store and have a feast for everybody. Please do not disturb us in the meantime. And he turns and goes back into the kitchen.
Edward, internally, fuck.
How about a tour of the store and the surrounding area? There's a nice waterfall nearby.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like we should probably get to know the area anyway.
I will conscript Reeland's help into helping with the tour, as he's a bit more nature inclined than I am.
Oh, you don't have to conscript, buddy. I'm right there.
Yeah. I feel like it's K2's pitching this. Ryland's behind him, just nodding, just the yes man.
I just need to know if Fenny still has his bow, the one that we left in place.
I have yet to remove it, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ari glances over at Fenny and goes, oh, you removed most of the bows.
Well, that was not my doing. The girls took him swimming yesterday, and when he came back, all but one was gone.
Oh, you did such a good job with the braiding, too. Who did the braiding?
That'd be the girls.
So yeah, I look at
Points in their
Rava and
general
Agnes.
Well, Rob is in the kitchen, so it's just me. So I just
Yep.
raise my hand ever so slightly.
I love what you did.
Thanks. Were you the original? Did you put the things in originally?
That was me.
Also, really great work. We left one so Reeling could appreciate it.
He doesn't look like he's appreciated it yet.
I'm sure he'll get to it eventually.
She turns her head without turning her body. Turns her head to Reeling. Doesn't it look nice?
Oh
Yes.
Wonderful.
I feel like through clenched teeth, just yeah, it's great, fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
See that, Celia? He likes my work. I told you. I feel like he's only saying that, Ari, because he has something to gain.
No, truly, I've never been more impressed. I love this new look for him.
I feel like at this point he's got a there's a deception check in here somewhere.
Hear the dead side.
Either that or these girls can read right through him because they've lived with him like all his life.
Kishana just like looks over at him and glances at the two of them. Just like, oh my god.
Meanwhile, in the back, I'm just having a field day with this.
yeah. I feel like Ashmir's just Ashmir Kayla just against the wall watching.
It says something to the girls in Sylvan, actually.
Am I paying attention enough to catch it, or am I too busy with the customer?
Make a perception check.
I'm probably too busy with the customer.
And then you're too busy with a customer.
I'll make the check.
Oh,
Ooh.
Wow.
all right.
I might catch it, but I won't process it until like after the fact.
Yeah.
It's when you're focused on them because you're focused on trying to ignore them as much as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's the paradoxical focus of just like don't look at them, don't look at them, don't look at them, don't look at them. But oh god, I can hear them talking.
Yep.
You rolled high enough that you would hear exactly what she says.
Oh god.
She turns to them and says, "His attitude is almost as hard as his cock."
Yeah.
Edward, like as he's writing something down, just like he just like stops, looks up, closes his eyes, goes back. Just nothing.
And then
No statement.
both girls just kind of giggle and are like, "Let's look around."
We will lead them on a tour.
All right.
Yes.
Gladly.
Kishana just kind of like stays near the back, being the observer that she is. Just kind of watches everybody move around more, taking in the scenes.
She's checking out K2.
She's keeping an eye on everybody.
She's checking.
I'm wearing my tight pants.
He's got a little bit of sway, showing off the goods.
Agnes is just so curious by all these scenarios happening that she's also followed the group just to watch.
Yes.
She's just like,
Yeah.
It's like, what
It's
is
basically
happening?
just as soon as like the tour party walks out the door. So I guess like Ashmir and Dakayla would be left like a weight off Edward's shoulders, just.
Yeah, you guys would notice the tensity leave his body
Yeah,
as he like lets and relaxes his shoulders.
yeah, just.
You're right.
Until they come back.
God damn it! Where's the drink when I need it? This is great.
You hear from in the kitchen. Drinks are in the kitchen.
yeah. I picture that as Edward points towards the kitchen.
In which case, he's gonna make himself known in the kitchen for a drink.
Yeah, you go in and you see Rava's just hanging out. Charles is observing Lyra cook, and Lyra is cooking a feast.
My God.
I feel
Go
bad
off,
for this
Lyra.
woman.
She's doing the work of 3 women. 3 beautiful elven women.
Mike, Mike, you seem hung up on your adjectives there, Captain.
What? I don't. What?
Hey, buddy, stop drilling.
We'll just kind of be like,
Oh, sorry.
which
And
makes
after what I've heard,
It's
I wonder
definitely the
why.
food.
What's
yeah.
Mhm.
every now and then Bravo would just be like, "What you making now? What's that?" New things, man. New things.
I like that Bravo is like an inquisitive 2-year-old. But
Well,
like,
no.
you know,
I'll just point.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, land. It's strange and weird,
Mhm.
and Bravo wants to learn.
At some point, I'll be like, the tension out there you could cut with a knife. It is amazing.
You could probably cut it with a
Such good drama.
Probably cut it with a spoon. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
God.
After a brief tour,
Well, hold on.
and okay.
No, Mike is not doing
Mike's got a thing.
Fair.
Mike has things to do.
Mike's got a thing. Oh, I wonder what this is.
I don't even care that I have to work in the
But
morning.
I almost feel like I know exactly what it is.
So,
He has a
during-
plan.
And is
during
it
the
bad that
tour-
I hope he rolls a nat 1 on the performance?
during the tour, at some point while like Reelin is probably spouting off some nature knowledge about something in the area that they probably already know about.
Probably.
Probably. K2 will join Kishara at the back of the group. And he'll say, you know, it's commendable the way you look after your sisters.
Somebody has to. One of them is a small, pure form of hatred, and the other one is horny as shit.
You're not wrong. I've been in a similar position of responsibility. Tell me, how have you been able to cut loose? For me, it was always games, things with high stakes. What do you do?
I assist with keeping the trees. Chopping those that need cut. Tending to the vines that need tended to.
Oh. That's commendable as well. But that seems more like an occupation. I'm talking about, what do you do for fun?
My sisters and I spend a lot of quality time together. Play games. Shout at people as they walk by the house.
God damn it.
My lawn.
Get off my property!
Sometimes it's fun to go to the tavern and just fight somebody.
Omri, is that you?
Omri? Well, I definitely understand the pleasure of fighting someone just for the hell of it. And fucking with random strangers as they walk about. Or I guess, in your case, it'd be more townspeople you've known forever.
It's true.
And like I said, I like games.
Which games do you enjoy?
Well, there was games of strategy that I had fun with, but seemed a little too slow-paced for me.
So, as
Are you-
somebody who enjoys strategy games, what's your strategy coming back here and talking with me?
Well, hold on, I have something prepared for this. Where is it? There we go. Well, I found if the fool would persist in his folly, he would become wise.
He says, reading off of his hand.
So what has wisdom taught you?
Well, that's the thing about wisdom. There's always more to learn. After all, the hours of folly are measured by the clock, but of wisdom, no clock can measure.
This is like ahead of them, listening to what they're talking about, and she's just like, "What is he trying to do?"
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this? I don't even understand this conversation.
I just think it's funny that, both K2 and Ryan are like, yeah, let me get some of that. And Edward is just like, I just want to read my book, leave me alone, please.
K2 was that guy at high school who tried too hard.
I mean, it might be working. We don't know. Josh hasn't said anything yet.
He also hasn't had me roll anything yet.
Also true. Maybe because you automatically failed because you sound like a pretentious twat.
Repeat what you last said to me.
Sure. Okay, where was it?
Oh, you wrote this down. Fair. Fucking fair.
Oh my god.
That is absolutely fair.
The hours of folly are measured by the clock, but of wisdom, no clock can measure.
Okay. You speak like a bard.
I know it.
I've had some schooling. In many topics.
Hearing that, Reelan will look back and ask K2, do you consider yourself much of a songbird, friend?
Not so much song, more a purveyor of stories.
That is too bad.
Although, much like the songbird, he's proven that his mouth is talented.
Eyebrows.
Agnes also does eyebrows, but eyebrows of, huh?
yeah. K2 just like, oh yeah. Agnes like, what?
What is happening?
However, he does lack the physical strength. It's more measly, like the baby chicken.
Agnes turns around and is trying so hard to not laugh.
There's little baby chicken.
Even chickens come home to roost.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
idea you want to go for, Captain?
I don't know, man.
Just head,
Honestly,
just head out the doorway, sipping the alcohol, just like.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do I feel like Attribute like just got like a bottle? It's just like, all right, I'll be back. He's just been like following from a distance.
Following
really
from a
upset.
distance behind Agnes, who's following from a distance. The two of us following from a distance, and the real into the other two.
Although
4 degrees.
I will give you credit where credit is due. Chicken's tasty. I'll give you props. You are a wordsmith, but you don't have the muscle that I need. Ooh.
Well, that's unfortunate. I think you would have been pleasantly surprised.
I will look forward to the surprise then. At a future time.
Future time it is.
And she'll lean over and give you a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah!
He's like, she didn't say no.
And
Agnes
so ends this round of the greatest game.
Agnes
Anybody
is
else
definitely
gonna pull
talking to
some
Ari.
moves on talking to Ari? Okay.
Yeah, she wants to know about the glitter bombs.
What do you want to know about?
How did you make them?
Magic.
Oh, she gets real disappointed. She's like, man. In her head, she was like, if I can make a fire bomb, maybe I can make a glitter bomb.
Celia crafts the powder, and I make the bows, and we pack it in really tight, and then when you pull the string, it goes poof. But the powder is magical, and it dissolves in water, so it doesn't make a mess.
Could I get some powder?
How much are you willing to pay for it?
Oh, am I back in this situation again?
Everything has a cost.
Listen, Tori, this is just reaffirming your joke you were telling me earlier.
She leans in, like, close to you, and she's like, we don't have to make it money.
Oh,
Nice!
who saw that coming?
For 2. Let me go. She's just like, maybe she's trying to like not be loud because like K2 is right there, Raylan's right there, and she's like,
Well, I mean, like, we're kind of, like, all kind of spread out on the path.
Yeah, you're not like
fair, but I
Jumbled
assume that, you
together.
know, Still, if you talk at a reasonably regular volume. She's like, ask me again later when there's no one around.
We can do that. And she like glances over at Celia, who's like, she's listening to what Reelan has to say, but she's looking at the two of you.
There's fucking telepathic mental communication going on here.
And then
hell yeah.
you see Ari.
Hey, how about girl chat?
Ari mouths out the words maybe.
But I thought the words what?
Maybe.
Mouths out maybe. And Celia just smiles.
Agnes is like, wow, Fenny, you're such a good dog.
It's group. Look, you can get most people in if you just say it's a group bonding exercise.
Certainly
And by most,
bonding.
and by most people, I mean Ryland and K2.
All right. Just wanted to know about glitter pops, but here we are.
Everything has a
All the
price.
places we find ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else trying to seduce somebody outside?
Leland, you're up. Your turn.
Come on, nature boy, wow us with your park nature. Park ranger is what I meant to say.
I was gonna say, I was like, Ryan, did you have a stroke?
Park nature.
Me am have stroke all time. Me not words.
Gee, I'm okay.
Some big bondulance thing.
Oh my god, I don't. So much has happened. I don't even.
Me and Tori have each other's phone numbers now.
Mm-hmm. Excellent things.
Okay,
Oh,
let's get this
God.
going, because the best part hasn't happened yet tonight, man.
Come on, Joshua, you're up.
Come on,
Alright,
man.
alright.
Let's get that turkey.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. So I suppose as we're walking around, I will exposit about how I always find myself missing this place when I am alone. There is many kinds of beauty in the world, but not the kind you find in the forest. I just kind of look at her.
Laid it on a bit thick there, man.
He's not a subtle person. He has a low charisma score.
Everyone, I feel like you can try harder than that.
Having a high charisma score doesn't mean you're not also direct.
I apologize for the crude language, but Mr. Hunter, your prey has slipped the trap.
Reelan, I've heard better pickup lines from drunk barkeepers.
You'll have to excuse me, I don't have much expertise in this area. My attention has always been elsewhere.
Are you saying you're not experienced with pretty ladies?
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I have always tried to prioritize the improvement of self.
How far have you gotten?
Quite far, I would say.
There's room for improvement.
Well, always.
I guess baby steps are a distance.
I would say I've come further than that.
You've grown. Mostly.
My talents only continue to increase in number.
And they extend outside of the bedroom.
I'd like to find expertise in all areas of life.
Just say you're ambidextrous, it works wonders.
This is technically also true.
So is this the time that, Phalange just creeps up on Raylan's shoulder?
No.
No, Phalange is still in the bag.
Part of me is glad that Atramir is married.
Yeah, man, the game is hard.
So,
We out here trying to make a decent buck. Except you know you replace the B with a different letter, but...
So, Raylan, you mean to tell me that you've taken up traveling with two extremely beautiful women and have no better expertise on talking with them?
I would keep bringing this up to people.
I would
Relaying
never
all these
presume
details
to-
to Darkelion.
I would never presume to proposition my comrades in arms. They are my allies. They have my respect. To treat them as such would be to look at them as my lesser.
They're
Can
not
you
real girls.
Raylan, you're supposed to respect the women that you sleep with.
Can I just say, I love how quickly Raylan falls apart. Like, composed face, crash mask!
This isn't his area of expertise, dude.
Oh, I know! That's why Edward just didn't say it! Which is like... But there's also a difference in motivation here.
Yes, quite.
Raylan's is, I want that, and Edward's like, no, I'm good.
Raylan, at this rate, I would have a better chance of laying them than you would.
Nice. Wait.
Nice. I think K2 is just like walking close up to hear it, and he's just like rating it. he's just got the clipboard, and it's just Cilia with a bunch of marks. Raylan 1.
That gif is the greatest thing I've seen all night.
There's been some
So
good
simple
ones.
yet so effective.
Come on. Woo me. Give me
Woo me!
poetry. Battle story. Show me a battle scar if you have any, but please keep it above the waistline.
Alright, well.
He doesn't have any. He always stays in the back.
That's not true. You don't know my backstory.
I got this one when Fenny bit me while
You
he
mean
was a
the
puppy.
story of how you're always in the back?
Okay, you know what? Fine. Alright.
There is definitely a sexual
I got
joke to
this.
be made there.
I like to think that K2 is just trying to undercut Raylan at this point.
Alright, no, I got this. Alright. So I'm just gonna kind of, lift up my, my plate armor, like near my midriff on my right side. Got a pretty massive scar there. It's from my very first hunt for the guild when I was doing my initiation. I was hunting a plant beast that
Raylan, what
had
happened to your
tendrils of
accent?
sorts. I'm explaining this without the accent because if I try to do this with the accent,
I
I
know,
just feel
sorry,
like it's
it
going to be
It
a
was
lot
just
more
too funny.
difficult. No, fuck it. Screw it. I'll do it with the accent.
Commit to the
Yes! I got this. Hold on. Alright. So, you see, I was not always as skilled of a hunter as I am when I stand before you today. No. When I first joined the guild, I was a young man with bright eyes and naivety in his heart.
You still are.
Hush! This is not your story.
He's also not there.
So, I left stone sparrow and headed for the woods of the south of Serene to hunt a beast that has been traveling people in the nearby village. And when I came upon the beast, I thought I was being as stealthy as possible. I thought that I had lured it into the perfect trap. However, this beast was more clever than I had initially assumed. And it had been waiting for me, just as I had been waiting for it. As I turned to strike the beast, it quickly moved upon me, and I found myself entangled in a trap of tendrils. And I tell you, this was not a good moment for me, as I found myself quickly in fear. It was squeezing the life out of me, and to add insult to injury, it pierced me straight through. I thought I was going to lose consciousness. I lost a great deal of blood. But thankfully I was not alone. And my faithful companion, Fenrir Sofa, charged upon the beast and took it by surprise. It tore into it, and it released its grip upon me. And as soon as it did, I bared down upon it with my ally. And with my dagger and the sharp teeth of my beast, we tore this creature, vine from vine, tendril from tendril. And then I tore out the massive eye at the center of its head and brought it back to the guild.
You say this was a plant creature?
Yes.
So what you're saying is you're good at tossing salad. Feel free to take that one, Josh, if you want it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
She just looks at you, just like, God, I wish that were me.
Jesus Christ! This woman is like the Israelites in the desert. This bitch needs a whole reservoir to satiate that thirst. And even then, she still ain't satisfied.
Fuck, I'll take her to Lake Superior. I don't give a shit.
Men, we found the source of the waterfall.
You're gonna have to waterboard this bitch. And she'll probably ask you for more. Anyway.
Sorry, I spaced out. How did that story end?
I tore the beast apart with my bare hands and a dagger.
Right, you got your ass.
Bare hands and a dagger.
Now I ripped its eye out. It's quite large. Like a small melon.
I love that small moment just undercuts the rest of that story.
At this point, you see her just like staring off into the distance, and she smiles.
Melon.
It's been nice catching up, Reelan.
Yes, I would agree. I would hope to see you again soon.
I'll be here. And she just kind of like stares off into the distance.
We head back for food.
You head back for food.
Yeah.
So dinner time.
Dinner? Hold up.
Oh, sorry, this is lunch.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
hold
I was
up.
like, damn, where'd
Wait
the
a
day
minute.
go?
Yeah, lunchtime.
That was a long tour.
We toured all of Serenia.
I mean, at that point, yeah.
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 There ain't that much in Kellen Falls.
Yeah.
We had
Lyra
to see both
has-
the sunrise and the sunset. Peak romanticism.
Lyra has set out the feast. Charles and Rava assist in bringing stuff out. Assuming Rava helps.
Yes, of course.
He just watches like, yes, peasants.
They close the shop down for a brief intermittent lunch. Intermediate lunch. That's the word. Intermediate lunch. And before everybody comes back in, Lyra goes back into the kitchen to finish everything out. And everybody comes in, takes a seat, and Lyra brings out the last of the food.
Not Agnes. She's not gonna eat with the group. Yeah.
I thought you were saying that the final dish was not Agnes. I was like, I hope so. That would be very strange.
We set up Darkalion and Agnes separate tables facing away from the rest of the group.
Put Darkalion will get outside.
That's fair. yeah. Just as soon as they enter, just the tension back up.
As everybody serves the food, or as everybody sits down, Lyra begins pouring out drinks for everybody. And as she passes by Celia, Celia glances up and goes, "Lyra?" And, like, pause, like, Celia? Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Well, this does, change a few things around for the better. And, you see Lyra kind of gets a little embarrassed, and then Celia pulls her down and gives her a very big kiss.
Nice.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Nice.
Surprise Pikachu face.
yeah, Rylan. Damn it!
Hey, man. It's still option.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm not out of the race.
And on that note, I will end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
We're sorry, but we're not.
Not in the slightest.
That's good. That's good.